All right.
Oh.
All right. With the Hebrew Israelites come in week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of America, GMS Virginia. First and foremost, for the give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Bakodah.
Double honors to the apostles of GMS that was well that we learned from. Peace, blessing, and salutation to Akim. To the Aqua tuning in, listening, the Israelite foreigners. Go ahead and start up with Colossians, first chapter.
This is Colossians.
Because, you know, we in those times where you can clearly see 2/3 is not living good. They're being struck mentally. They're being struck physically. A lot of trauma, the curses are bugging them out. Somebody hold the scripture that they die of lack of understanding. The owner. Give me a scripture that talks about wisdom, the importance of wisdom. And, you know, a lot of our people are dying because of the lack of wisdom and understanding. They don't understand why we've been put in this predicament, what's going on, what's about to take place, the prophecies, you know, how they're about to crash the dollar, you know, how they're getting people to get injected with all types of madness, put in their bodies, you know, so these people are through. You got it, bro. That's why we say, call all y'all Bashem Yahushua, that he's giving us the light. And through the blood of Yahushua, we were brought back to the Lord. You got it?
All right, this is Colossians 1:1. It says, Paul, an apostle of Yahushua, the Mashiach by the will of the Most High, and Timotheus, our brother, to the saints and to the faithful brethren in Mashiach, which are at Colossus.
I felt Shalak, start at verse 12.
Okay, this is Colossians 1:12. It says, giving thanks unto the Father, which have made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light, who have delivered us from the power of darkness.
Yahushua was delivered from the worshiping the ways of the so-called white man, giving him our mind, our consent, conforming. You know, the whole process was to destroy our people. So Esau can stay in power, the so-called white man. He can corrupt it, do as he wants, put himself as a god of power on the earth. But you know, that's why we always say we're thankful that the Lord, you know, out of all the people in the world, He chose us to be out here to do this mission. You know, and this calling to push and uplift our power. We do it, and you know, we suffer sometimes, but the thing about it, we're delighted to do it. And somebody has to do it, you know. Then you got to understand, man. You know, it's beautiful to fight. You know, being able to train and to be representatives of a good thing. Because in this society, everything is bad is pushed amongst our people. And that's why you know, Esau capitalizes off the curses of our people and the trauma that has affected our people, and they maximize off it. So it's easy for Esau to give our people something that's good for them, but really it's detrimental. It makes them worse. You got it?
This is Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. It says, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness.
That's right, and that's what's going on, and that's another thing that's a stumbling block to our people. You know, our people see that the so-called white man, regardless of everything wickedness that he has done, you know, pedophilia, with slavery, you know, the lies, the deceit, the witchcraft, the sorcery.
I mean, making it seem that it's okay for a woman to be a man and a man to be a woman.
The gender war, homosexuality.
The alphabet community, you know, that's being pushed in our community especially.
Oh, what he does across the four corners, poison the water, oppression,
Air.
the air, mess up the animals.
Oh, if I may, Salaki, I'm
Right.
sorry. If the scripture the scripture say that he is a base man, he is viler than the earth.
Yep.
You can't think of one positive thing this guy has done to you. Everything he does brings the value of this place down.
Yep.
Everything. You can't think of one good thing he's done. Not one.
That's why the scripture said when the wicked bear rule, people are in mourning. He put, hey, the so-called white man put drugs over here. Hey, what did West Side Gun? West Side Gun this even said something. He said, yo, my mom with the base said blame it on Reagan. You know, these presidents, these governors, and these so-called white men, he brought all this the destruction to America. He funds these things, the wars, the uprisings, the breaking of an economy, the
But-
breaking of a structure. You got
Yeah, kind of. You know what I mean? Just to back you up with scriptures and also facts, because again, that's what the Lord created for. For what? To be the wicked. Because what? Scripture says what? He was born straight from the womb, speaking lies.
right.
You know what I mean? You know, because of course, like same time though, like I said, not to get off the subject, but like I said, we started going to the same point. Like I said, the Lord will deal with balance. Somebody's got to be the righteous, and somebody's got to be the wicked, man.
And if I can add on to Salaki, it's just the spirit though. Genesis says that Jacob and Esau was banging out in the womb.
It's
Why? Why though? You know what I mean? You got one on the left hand, one on the right hand. Something ain't right with this. To the point when he came out, the mother said, "I Joshua,
This is the way it's in.
what the hell is this?" You know what I mean? Two nations will be in thy womb. It's all, yo, man, you can't tell me that this book is not living. Because to this day right now, who's tearing up the world right now? Come on, man.
Who has the fatness of the earth? And look at what the devil doing while he has liberty and favor to have all this fatness of the earth. Instead of, doing righteous things with it like you were talking about earlier. You would think this devil would, everybody would be in peace, and everybody would be in harmony.
Right.
But what does this devil do? He destroys every guy. He said crumbs.
Yeah, because
Ain't no more.
because he's on top right now. He got everything. You would think it would be at peace now that he done did whatever he needed to do. He on top. You think he'd be like, all right, man, I done did enough. I had my foot on their neck for the longest. But nah, he still got to, he's violating earth. He got to keep conjuring up some madness.
Said they scared of us, but you know what? We want their minds.
Yep.
You know what?
Gotta break.
We got their minds now.
Yep.
You gotta, they're our cattle. We gotta put some menace with the track.
What do rats call us? Goyim?
Yep, it was.
Goyim?
We got Ayasha. Yeah, we saw something.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 1 and verse 21. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All of my enemies have heard my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it.
Yep. That's it. So yeah, and the other nations, starting with the so-called white man, they marvel at the fact that we are destroyed, that we're low, and they hate the fact that we're doing this. We are the threat. That's why the so-called white man, what he's about to do, he's ready to turn, what our words into basically hatred, pure hatred. But they're the ones that's how Esau does. He's a devil. He's a deceiver. But he's literally out there doing all types of manners of evil. But through our words and what we're saying out of our mouth, he can turn it and make the whole world be like, we are the wrong ones. We're the bad people. We're the bad guys. Right. But we're actually, this is the Jerusalem, Yahweh Shalom. We are really at peace. The only way you're going to get peace is the so-called white man get taken down. And that's what we're prophesying, that the so-called white man is going down out of rulership. You had more?
Yeah, come on. Let me get it.
Go back to
Isaiah 26 and 10 says, Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. And the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly.
Yeah, so out of all this time that Esau had the rule, look what he did. He got more cocky, more arrogant. He said, "Oh damn, I got away with slavery. let me go to other countries now and do the same method I broke these niggas with. Let me do it over there." He said, "Oh shit, this working too. Oh, let's do one better."
Hey,
Nah,
and see, that's why the Lord said what? He set his bounds, man. Because if he was to different planets, he would have done the same thing, man.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? That's why, like I said, Abaya said, he said it himself, he said that, okay, let's just say, for example, if Esau wasn't the kingdom of heaven, that's for example, he would not learn righteousness because everything in his mind, he says, like, that's not right. You know? Slavery, that's not right. You know? Women and women, you gotta have that in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know? Like I said, Service said, what? You can't make a crooked thing a crooked thing straight, man. Like I said, it's impossible for him to do righteousness. That's why he has to be in slavery, man. And all after 1,000 years, you have to face the planet, man.
If I may,
Literally.
Yeah, that's the only solution.
if I may, you know, this devil has it considered a latter end.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because he actually thinks that it's not going to be an end. You know, I got a precept if I may. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies,
That's right.
on them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
And they're feeling it now. And that's why they're crying, so to speak. You know, getting bent out of shape. That's why you see Karens coming out of the woodwork, she crying, bitching, complaining. But it was no problem when we was in our, in our situations. And we're still in that situation. But now you're trying to make it seem like this is all of our problem. No, it's not all of our problem. You know.
You seen a video of Terrell Holmes put up?
I heard about it and shit.
Yeah.
Down on it.
So he was just driving through his neighborhood and the Karen just wigged out. Oh, damn. Yeah, she was just waking out on him. So he got out his car to talk to her, and the first thing she started screaming, "Help! You're a black man walking up on a white woman." You know what I mean? Hey man, so even the so-called celebrities of our people are catching it now. And he was really astounded. He was like, because he's rich, he's a multi-millionaire. He's been around nothing but Esau for how many years? You know, he's retired. He's made it. He really couldn't believe that it really happened. He said, "Yo, I seen this on TV, but no, this is really real. They really will try to get us hemmed up, you know." And it's spiritual because he is starting to feel the effects that their kingdom is going down.
Yeah.
So now the woman is even, any chance she gets, she's feigning out, making an uproar or something that's nothing. Because in their demonic spirit, they feel what's about to happen. It's conjuring up. You know? I don't even want to say conjuring. It's just it's boiling up, I should say.
Yeah. You know, it's like what they say about us. You can tell a lot about the kingdom when you look at the women.
Yep.
Their women are starting to lose it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, which says a lot about their kingdom.
Yep. It's crumbling. Yeah. They used to being protected, being dainty, you know, don't have to worry, but now it's getting real. Now and then on top of that, Eve. Why you think Eve's spazzing about the jump shot and all that? Now their kingdom is telling them what they need to do, so they're losing. You know what I mean? You see Eve screaming. You saw a woman screaming about how high the gas prices is. She lost it. She made a video and lost it. Like, I gotta decide if I'm gonna eat today or fill my gas tank up. You know, they losing it.
More. That was it.
No, that was it. But going to what I was saying, I was going to say one last thing.
Yeah, more. Ayash. That was it.
But yet he will not learn in righteousness in the land of unrighteousness will he deal unjustly. So again, like I said before, even the kingdom of heaven is still not going to act right, man. Come on.
Yep.
That's basically self-explanatory. Y'all got it.
I'm gonna go back to verse 13. It says, "Who have delivered us from the..." I'm starting to talk here. Sloppy. Colossians 1:12, "Giving thanks unto the Father, which have made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light."
Yeah, now, because see, now we know we don't have to lose our fucking wits trying to be rich, lose sleep, trying to get riches, try to make ourselves somebody that we're not. But here, you know, we got this notion out here that every man wants to be a high value man. That's not reality. Right? How you know, the so-called white man or the so-called Negro, Hispanic, Latino, he's not going to allow you to get no type of riches unless you do something through the back door.
Yeah.
Or something belittling of yourself that's good that he can hover above you. And even then, you can't be trusted because what? You folded. How you gonna? How can your enemy gonna trust you. You folded before him. Like for instance, right? If Leonidas from 300 would have bowed down to Xerxes, as a mighty warrior as he was, you think Xerxes would have ever trusted him? No. That's the same thing with us. We're mighty men. We're warriors. We're Israelites, man. You know, we're warriors. So this so-called white man would never ever trust you. He'd know who you are. His whole mission is to destroy you and break you and make sure he has control over you, man. But the Lord has allowed, given us liberty, you know, and gave us a mind to know what's to come, the prophecy, to know that hey, this so-called white man's going down. So we don't have to be under the kissing this so-called white man's ass, man. Look at our women. They through. They want the so-called white man. They want to lose her. The so-called white man is going down. And we're about to be uplifted. And if our people had really had any sense, they wouldn't be out here trying to be like the so-called white man in these other nations, man. We got something great to fathom about, man. And the Lord, through the grace of Yahweh, through Yahweh Shah, through, the cleansing of our minds, renewing ourselves, being reborn again, we not fucking Americans, man. You hear it, you a so-called black man talking about you a goddamn American, man. That's fucking pathetic, man. You a so-called Puerto Rican Latino talking about you a fucking American, man. You're pathetic. But see, through the grace of Yahweh Shah, we don't think like that no more. We know that we're Hebrew Israelites, man. So we put on the spirit of Yahweh Shah. And we carry ourselves in the same manner, the same fashion. And we read the scriptures and we apply it. And we see about the warriors and the great leaders of our nation that stood boldly for our Lord and our power. Got it?
Verse 13. Who have
The
delivered...
so-called white man wants you to be a faggot and weak and a bitch, man. And he wants your woman to be a freak. Because he wants to take your fucking kids. Me and the brother were talking about. That's why they want your kids to go through so much trauma. Because once you're broken, you're broken. Ain't no fixing you but the missiles. And that's how Esau controls them. That's how he gonna be ushering this newer order off of broken fucking people. When you're broken, when your mind messed up, you're easy to be guided through foolishness. TikToking, a laughing. That's why everybody want pleasure and a laugh. Because your mind's fucked up, man. When you fucked up in the mind, you go to pleasure. Because you're trying to hide, you want something to ease that pain. You're coping. So you need TikTok. Waking up. How many likes did I get? Attention. Let me vent on Instagram for a whole hour speaking nothing.
Basically, a drug, basically.
It's a fucking drug, man.
Esau wants to get it to the point where everybody relies on it.
Yep.
He wants to break you down to the point where he can spoon feed you a little, not heal you, but just put a little Band-Aid on your pain. You know what I mean?
It goes back to, what was it? The whole head is sick. The whole head is sick of our people. And Esau capitalized off that. That trauma, the curses, he capitalized off of it. Right. But through us, we actually have comfort. The scripture, we have the scriptures for our comfort. And then what else do we have? We have brothers. We have each other. You got it, bro.
Yeah, continue on.
You brothers got precepts, called out.
Yeah, verse 13. Who have delivered us from the power of darkness and have...
Hey, Yash, I'm gonna have you switch. Hey, I'm gonna have you switch. I don't want, anything to happen on the side. What you doing the lake? Yeah, like I said, I don't want anybody to come in the corner and you looking this way. Anything can happen. You got it.
Yeah, verse 13. Who have delivered us from the power of darkness and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood,
right.
Even the forgiveness of sins.
Watch the, what's it, movie Passion of Christ? Watch that over again, man. Watch that. It may have you in tears. Because it's very important what Yahweh Shah did, man. Especially, you gotta think about it. From what we felt, where we were as a nation to now, we fell from a great stature. And we were talking about yesterday at camp. It's like we was in the sky, couldn't nobody touch us. And then we fell to the ground. Everybody can touch us now. Everybody can say anything to us now. We die like men now. We're like the average common man now. Well, worse, matter of fact, the vilest man is above us. The whole world desires vile men. Here it is, we're the greatest nation as men. Man, the Lord bless so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic men. But now look at us. We the worst of the worst. We're the undesirables. You know? But the thing about you gotta realize, hey, the Lord did all this for us. Because he did this for his name's sake. He did everything that he did to Israel for his name's sake. You got it, bro.
Verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him we're all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
That's right.
And he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
That's right. With him, we're here. You know? We're created, we're given the light. We're able to, to see, know what's evil and what's good. You know? So through Yahweh Shai, hey, that's why we're thankful and we praise the Lord, man. He's our king. You know? Got it?
And yeah, as somebody say, what roughly quote phrase, it says that you mean Yahweh Shai is the hero that we need, but the hero that quote unquote we don't deserve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. But see, so remember back in the day, Jake had one of his kids. Every Jake someone had a hero. Whether it was Batman, Superman, who else was it? Jake had some kind of hero. Goku.
Jake is hungry.
He-Man. He-Man. Captain Planet, maybe. But our hero now is our Lord, Yahweh Shai. And all them motherfuckers was fake. Batman was fake. Superman was fake. But Yahweh Shai was real. He did actually powers. He healed people, brought people back to life.
We brought it back to the Most High.
Hey, there you go. Brought us back to the Heavenly Father. Hey, gave us his truth, the light. Everybody else walked through darkness. We actually know what we're doing. We actually know what we're talking about.
We actually, at the top of that, we actually have a chance of salvation.
That's right, man.
A chance. Ain't no 000. It's like I said, we have a percentage, man. We're willing, man.
We know who the so-called white man is. We know who our enemy is. We know we are at war. We know where this ain't the land of the goddamn free. You could be whatever you want to be. That was madness. That was a lie. You know? Yeah. Everybody's a joke. On top of all that fucking fist pump shit. Yeah.
Oh, you want testimonies? No, I've got a precept.
Yeah, you got it.
Just want to get this. My precept will get let me get my precept. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. And it says, behold, the Lord make of the earth.
Hey, sorry, I saw you standing or advertising something, or you are working
Right there.
Huh?
Right there.
Ah, okay.
The Hebrew Israelites.
Tribes?
Yeah, 12 tribes of Israel.
So I see the tribes here, then there's Mexican, Colombian, Argentinian.
Yep.
What's the relation?
We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We have so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanics. We make up one nation. People. What are you?
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern? Well, yeah, you're Ishmael. You know, Allah, so to speak.
No,
The
hold
Quran.
on. That's no nationality.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern is a region. That's
Yes.
So what nation? Because there's many nations in the Middle East.
Arab.
Arab. So you're
You're
Ishmael.
Ishmael. You're Ishmael. Yeah, you'll be our cousin. Going back to Abraham, what is it? Hagar.
Yeah.
And then she had Ishmael. You'll be our cousin. That's why y'all way similar to us. Y'all favor us. The Quran means to recite. It means to recite the Bible. But even in the Quran, it tells you about the children of Israel. They are the chosen. We are that chosen.
One of my friends told me that we are not favored to God. Why?
Who?
Because we are the son of the slave lady, and we should
Hagar.
be Hagar. Is it
Hagar,
right?
yeah.
Hagar, and we should be casted away.
I mean, y'all was casted away, but the Lord bless y'all too. Y'all gave y'all away. your land, what certain.
Yeah, you should bless with many nations, but
Yeah.
of course, but I think it's in Galatians. But like I said, you got blessed, but of course you didn't get the promise.
Yeah, he wasn't given the promise. You can go get it. If somebody get it.
I think it's in Galatians.
You know what's that Bayou?
Look at it in Genesis. When y'all brothers know where that's in Genesis. When you look at the Saudi Arabians, they rich in oil. So when the brother's talking about the blessing, y'all rich in oil. You know?
Blessing.
Yeah. Who told you that you was casting away though?
One of my online friends is he's Arab Christian.
What is he? He a Muslim Christian? He just a Christian.
No, he's a Christian.
Uh-huh.
See, Arabs are not all Muslims. There are many people who are Arabs. Actually, those tribes, I have been told they are Middle Eastern too.
Because we come from the Middle East. Israel. We come from Israel.
Yeah.
Israel is our land, but we are captives right now. We are in captivity underneath the so-called white man and other nations due to our disobedience.
Yeah.
So are you
Let me get
Israelis
it in Genesis
or-
17.
You got it, bro.
This is Genesis chapter 17.
Uh-huh.
And let me see where I want to start at. Because this is going to go into the blessing. Because the father was Abraham. Abraham had Isaac and Ishmael.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start at verse 19. It said, "And Yahweh," that's the Most High, said, "Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him." So that's going into what the brother told you. The Lord, he had two sons. Abraham had two sons.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord chose the lineage of Isaac to give his covenant to. Right? You following?
Does that mean they are favored?
Yeah, they favored over
Okay.
Ishmael. So let's go to verse 20. It said, "And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him," because Abraham loved Ishmael also. So he also blessed Ishmael for Abraham's sake. He said, "Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him. And I will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation."
He
Even
also,
when
man, he's a wild man too.
yeah.
And Ishmael is a wild man.
Yeah, no, I'm trying.
What is that, Galatians?
No, yeah, Galatians. Yeah, go. I'm gonna get it. This is Galatians chapter 4, verse 9. It says, "My little children, whom I travail in birth again, until Hamashiach be formed in you. I desire to be present with you now, and to change my voice, for I stand in doubt. Tell me that ye desire to be under the law." Over it. Like verse 22. "For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by bondmaid, and the other by a free woman.
Uh-huh.
Hagar, right?
But who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise." Yeah.
You go to 31.
I mean, that was
Keep going
Abraham
until
and,
31.
Sarah.
Is it keep going?
Yo,
Yeah.
you familiar with that chapter?
Yeah, the only part that I'm familiar with,
Oh, okay.
but nothing else.
You just
yeah.
want to hit 31?
Huh?
You just want to hit 31?
Yeah, because it's starting all the way to 31 verse maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I keep reading. And it says,
So what do you believe in? You into the Quran?
Atheist.
Well, you can be an atheist.
Yeah.
I never seen the issue.
Yeah.
You can be what you want to be, really.
Yeah, but that is fun to hear that. How long you been over here? How long you been over here?
How long
How long you been over here?
in
In
Norfolk?
America.
2011.
So you ask your question. You say you're atheist. So would you ever fight for your country?
Huh?
Would you ever fight for your country?
I'm sorry about that.
I got it, man. I got it. Let's move over a little bit.
I'm sorry about this. I didn't mean this. No, I'm not going to fight for it.
You like so basically you're backstab.
Just move over there a little bit.
Yeah. Stand over here. So you're like a betrayer. So it's gonna be a time where this is why we're out here. We're probably trying to get the so-called white people. Man, when they come and gather us up, they're gonna gather you up too. There's gonna be a time where you gotta choose who you gonna either kiss the so-called white man's ass or you gonna fight for your country. You're gonna fight for your people. See, we're fighting for our people right here. This is what this is for. Our people, Israel.
But
We're prophesying.
see, I will go back to the one you said you are betraying you. Well, I don't see any of the wars that happened are necessary at all. You can avoid it by all the cost.
Say what?
Not necessary.
No, say that again. I can't hear you.
The fights that happened, all the wars, most of them are not necessary. And
I
since
know.
I born until now, all the wars that happen in Middle East is unnecessary, and the fight is a
understand
waste of people's souls.
I know.
So why I fight for them?
But the thing about it, the thing about it is,
War is not always unnecessary because your people, they've had valid reasons to fight in the past. Because when the so-called white man, he had no business going over there trying to take their land. So they were justified in actually fighting for, Palestine and certain areas over there in the Middle East. They were justified in that. Would you want some strange nation to just come and tell you, democracy is the religion here. This is what you're going to listen to, and your kids, your wives are going to obey us. So they stood up and fought. But a lot of times war is unnecessary, but who's the culprit of that? So-called white man.
That's right.
Because he goes through our other lands telling people what they should do.
we would have never known about y'all if it weren't for the so-called white man.
Even with the oil, the Saudi Arabian oil, they're in control of that oil. But this guy, J.P. Morgan, he went over there and took control of the region and started Exxon and all that shit. So they have to trade the oil through the dollar. That's not y'all currency. That's the so-called white man's currency. But that's y'all region. And y'all can't do what y'all want with that oil. So it's justified in wanting to fight for what you believe in.
So for that one, the what happened in Middle East, you mean Palestine and Israel?
Just that whole region, period. There's always
Stand over there. Let's stand over there.
because the
Right.
Middle East.
Oh, keep it. See, what happened, it was in the 30s and 40s of the previous century, okay? And there was a war, World War
I know what you're talking
and
about.
we were fighting allied, all Arabs,
Yeah.
allied with British against
Yeah.
Ottoman Empire, so they were allied.
Yeah.
And,
Why
but
though? Why
that piece
though?
of land,
Why were they
What-
aligned though? What was the reason they aligned themselves with Britain?
because their interest, they want to get into their independence. Arabs,
So who helped them? Who helped them?
British.
Britain. There you go. It's always the so-called white man. Why do you need the so-called white man for your independence?
No, at that time, actually, the Arab went to the British in Egypt.
That's
They
my
were
point.
in Egypt, and they sought their.
That's my
their
point. You shouldn't have to go to the British. That's my point. So we're up here declaring basically
Well,
because
you don't know what was in their own time, but this what happened. I'm trying to explain that.
no, we don't need you to explain that. Because the point is, you're just going to tell me about we're familiar with World War I, World War II, the 6-Day War. We're history and all that. You need to know because your first statement was about wars. The point of wars, there's nothing wrong with war. All right, if you want your nation to be sovereign and free from another nation, you got to fight for what you believe in. Now, is it a just cause or is it a wrong cause? Us, we're going to fight eventually, but right now, this is our fight. My brother made a statement earlier, we're in a war. Right now, what you see right here, we're fighting for our cause, what we believe in for our nation. There's nothing wrong with that, but we see when you come to another land, the English, the British, the French, they all came here to America. That's why when you go to the West Coast, you have Spanish towns and Spanish names for different neighborhoods. You go down southern to the Louisiana, you have French names. You come here to the East Coast, you have English names. New England, New York, right? So they have a stronghold on the earth. We don't agree with that. So there's going to come a time. Go ahead and get that.
Yeah, this is
That's
Isaiah.
what we're doing. We're calling out. Basically, we're calling out, letting our people know what's going on, so they can be aware and repent. This is for repentance to Israel only. The Lord ain't died for everybody. The Lord only died for 12 tribes. That's what we're out here to proclaim to our people. See, that's what I'm saying. You saying that you're an atheist and all that, you can say that and all, but you're still going to be a threat. They're going to come after you. They remember, the so-called white man painted you to be a crazy terrorist. And that's what I'm saying. You talking about, I wouldn't fight for my country because of this. It don't matter. But you still won't get your ass and grab you up and throw you to martial law camp. Because you're an Ishmaelite. You're not a Edomite. You're not a so-called white man. You're not a part of what they got going on. This man is a devil. The so-called white man is a devil. And that's what I'm saying. You should be angry for what the so-called white man had done to your country. Because everything that has done to in the Middle East is done by the hands of the so-called white man. Why do you think people are so much on drugs here? That's why they went back over there. Weapons of mass destruction. Where they at? Never been explained. They were one of them drugs, them poppy fields. To come over here and bring in drugs here to fuck up this country, man. So-called white man's a devil. That's why I don't understand you a lot of you Israelites. Y'all come over here to America like shit sweet. Y'all build up mosques and all that, thinking this is going to give y'all sovereign. And y'all want to co-parent with this goddamn devil. The devil don't like you. He don't like us. Why he don't like you?
Can you tolerate me on my disagreement?
Huh?
Can you tolerate my disagreement?
You can't believe in that. You can, but do it for your people. We're doing this for
Why
us.
you ask, can you tolerate disagreement instead of getting pushed back?
Yeah, because I want to express my disagreement.
With
Tolerate
what
that?
though? With what? Is it vanity? Because we don't need to hear
I'm trying
everything.
to explain something related to what you just said.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Don't ramble on.
Yeah,
man.
you gotta make it quick.
Okay. Excuse me, because my language is not English, so I have difficulty explaining my ideas. See, when I look to the history, I found the people who make wars are few. The people in power, the people on top.
Who's the people on power?
Sometimes they become white, sometimes become brown, my people.
Okay,
sometimes,
but the reason why they did it because they are scared of the so-called white man. And then you heard about the New World Order?
but
This
before
when
the
you
white,
read about my bad to cut you off. You read about the prophecies in Daniel the 7th chapter, going to Revelation, it tells you that so-called white man is going to be the extension of the Roman Empire. They're going to set up what is it? Help me out here. It's the EU. And what they're doing is they're ushering a whole new world order. So they got the world power leaders in how you say it, in cahoots with each other, ushering this new world order. So yes, it's like some of you people that have been paid off to make your people poor and suffer. Yes, it's like that. But it's all by the works of the so-called white man. Wars, all that has been done by the hand of the so-called white man. This man is the devil. And what's the scripture say about how the thing that Esau searched out, the man of perdition? But we're out here telling you about the so-called white man. Look what he done to America. He whitewashed the whole world, the slavery, the martial law. This is what the so-called white man has done. If you want to see the feat and works of the so-called white man, look at the so-called blacks here in America. They're through. But this is all the agenda of the so-called white man. Black men are faggots. The black woman is bugged out. She's through. That's when you look at war, that's defeat.
see, in the war there are leaders. They are the ones who make the decisions, and people at the bottom, they do all the dirty work. Before the white man took
Go
over the war,
Job 9:24.
Persian was there.
Yeah, get that, yeah,
And
get
they
that.
were
Said
doing the
Persian?
same thing. An Arab too was there, and they were doing the
So
same
what's your
thing.
point? What's your point? What's your point of that?
My point.
You're saying that it's like that's something wrong.
My point, yes, there are bad things. You mentioned bad things, but we cannot generalize it to a whole race or
Yes,
a
Yes,
whole
you can.
religion.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
No,
Now, if I may, bro.
When 9/11 happened and the towers fell, who were the majority of the people that wanted your necks?
American.
White Americans. They were the people. So even though the people on top were so-called controlling things, which were white people, there was the same white people that came back and said, let's destroy your land because they wanted revenge for what they did.
And do you believe that was inside job, or you actually believe your people did that?
Regarding your question, truly I don't know, but it seems like my people has been used to do this
Your gut tells you that, right?
by the people living in Afghanistan. That's what it is. But to what you said, yes, majority of people were in hate with us.
White people.
It wasn't us.
The same white people that you're sitting here and defending by saying, well, other nationalities where they have black, white, this, that, or the other. But the majority of those people who went to war with your people were those people. It just so happened that our people were employed by those people.
Why? Because our people are defeated by the so-called white man. They go for anything.
Yeah, we've already been
Yeah,
conquered.
we already been conquered. White man conquered you. Now conquered we. Give me that in John, real quick.
It's John 10 and 10,
Uh-huh.
and it reads,
The so-called white man is the biggest thief of the earth. He steals every damn thing. He stole our nationality. He's a Jew. He's not a Jew. He's not Jewish. We
Your
are the real
people know
Jews.
that. Your
Yeah.
people know that they not the real Jews. Right?
I don't know.
You don't
Oh,
know.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if
yeah,
they
yeah,
know
yeah,
that,
yeah.
they know that those are wearing pots. Those people that's in that land right now, they are not the original
Hey,
people.
what
You know that,
What did the
right?
guy say? How did they leave black and come back white?
They are not the original people, but
Oh,
are they
that's what
Jews?
they
Are
think.
they not? That's I don't know.
You're contradicting yourself. You just said they're not the original people. The original people of that land are what? In Israel?
he said he don't know, so
He can't really. Go ahead.
No, when I said I don't know, I was specific to something, not to the.
he's the precept, brother.
Yeah.
Son, it's John 10 and 10, and it reads, "The thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they should have life, and they should have it more abundantly."
Yeah. It's about the power of darkness, the so-called white man. The power of this world is so-called white man. He's destroying it. We're out here to let our people know to repent, come back to the Heavenly Father. Because so white man about to go down. Go ahead, give me John 9 to 24.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. And it says,
2 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter.
the earth is given into the hands of the
The
wicked.
earth is given to the hands of the wicked, right?
He covered the faces and the judges thereof.
Because he took the Bible, he put his face on it, right?
If not, where and who is he?
Not who it is.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. No matter where you go, I don't care if you're in your land, you're on the eastern hemisphere or the western hemisphere, this is who they say the Lord is. He cover up the faces of the judges thereof. Now you say you Middle Eastern, that's only a direction. How can somebody from that area look like this in that time?
How can somebody hide in Egypt? I look like that.
In that time, you know, it was people of melanin. How can somebody look like this around that time?
Of course, this picture is wrong, of course, but that union back then is ruled by the Roman Empire. Roman Empire are Caucasian.
Yeah. You had. Let's correct that, because you did have Edomites living in that land, because Edom's from that area. But the point the brother's making is, the original people aren't dark skin. That's what the brother's trying to get. All right, we know that the Romans were Caucasians. You got Caucasians in that land now. You know, but people migrate, people change where they from all the time. So how do we find out who the real people of the Lord are? Where's the children of Israel or the Jews? Where are they pronounced at? Where do you learn about them from?
That's
From their books.
And what is their book?
Holy.
The Bible. So that's how you learn who they are. You got to find out who they are through the Bible.
Well, anyway, I will speak to a peaceful protest.
Got one more.
Regardless of the cause, regardless of what you want.
Not about what we want. It's going to happen. That's why in the 6th chapter tells you Israel are the cities that took us and made us serve. Now you got to think about it. Go back to we had the Arab slave trade. The Arabs had a lot to do with the slavery too of our people. So you want to pay too. That's right. You got it.
Yeah, you laughing.
Yeah, you laughing. Y'all still be hanging some of our people to this day.
You know what
Yeah.
you just did is a
Not
great
to this day,
No,
but
but
there
you know what
was a lot
you
in
know
the
what
past.
you just did is a great offense to us.
That was the act of war.
Yes.
Really, that was the
I'm
act of
sorry
war.
about this. I disagree with
That was-
my
That's like
war.
what's smile. That's like if you told me your family was raped and slaughtered and I laugh about it. That's very offensive what you do. But that's but nobody regards us, so it's okay. It's normalized.
What's
just,
that?
you know,
What is slavery?
smirking.
What is slavery sound? Do we have one on here?
No, it's not. We don't have.
Oh,
one.
it's all good. But yeah,
So-
what happened to our people? Yeah, everybody disregard. There's no point.
You know about the Arab slave trade?
see,
You said?
when I grew up, slavery has ended in my place.
Okay.
And
But it still happens today.
No,
Yes, it does. You can find our articles. We just seen it. At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, y'all still had a hand to do with it. Give me the scripture where we see.
Maybe in
These
the
were
other
the cities
country,
that Abu Bakr
Mauritania,
served.
somewhere in Africa, Mauritania, that's maybe the only
So what are
country.
you saying? Just because it's happening, you should forget about it?
No, no, I mean, it's not part of our land.
That's
They
what the
are in
scripture said,
Africa, inside of it. But in
He
my
required
place,
revenge if he
the whole
required
Middle
it.
East
Yeah, it was his
has
plan.
stopped that, and people are praising this stuff to stop it. Everyone is happy stopping it.
Who's everybody?
Everybody from my people living there, my people and other groups. So we are all happy to end that.
See, but you know the history. You know the history of how our people were enslaved. And now we're looking at our people. And not once, I bet, have you said, we have enslaved you, I'm sorry.
Started,
Look at you heathen have turned around and said what we did was wrong. But in fact, what you do is you perpetuate
started
what
with
you know
verse
to be
21,
the truth
4:21.
and don't tell us anything. So you're wrong. There's going to be judgment for you. There's going to be a serious judgment for all you people, the children of Israel. Back
It's Baruch 4:21. It says, "Be of good cheer, O my children, cry to the Lord, and He will deliver you from the power of the hand of your enemies."
Enemies. So yes, you are enemy too. You had your nation had a lot to do with so-called blacks and too being sold over there, right?
For my hope is in
And so now, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, see, now you saying, yo, I don't want to fight for my country. That's fine and dandy. You just basically a betrayer. But now we're gonna go now. You're gonna do one better. You even cause harm to our people.
It's because I disagree with wars. I'm not a fighter.
War is good.
I do want
It doesn't
that.
matter. You're a man. You either gonna fight or you're just gonna die. So when your village is conquered, what are you gonna do? Give in? Be a slave? So you rather fight, die and fight. So that's basically a slave talk. That's a weak man talk. I don't want to fight. So when your whole town is burnt up, and then there go 1,000 men ready to take your ass, what you gonna do? Just give in? Here, I'll work for you. That's slave talk. Go ahead. I don't see that. That's weak, man. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
If that situation that you described
Uh-huh.
happened, the resistance is something has to be done. But if that did not happen, then why we have to go to war? Why we have to
Because
do
it's going to
that?
be war. It's going to be war. But what the so-called white man did can never be forgiven. It has to be paid back. You can't pay back with money. You have to pay back with blood. Go ahead with that.
Yes.
verse 22 of Baruch 4, and it says, "For my hope is in the everlasting, that He will save you, and joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the
We're going to have
everlasting
mercy,
salvation."
starting with our Lord, right? Because the Lord only died for Israel, the elect, right?
For I sent you out with mourning and weeping.
Because slavery wasn't good. We cried, broken, bloodshed, kids died, women died, men died, put in slavery, right?
But the Most High will give you to me again joy and gladness forever. Like as now, the neighbors of Zion have seen your
You've
captivity.
seen it. You've seen it. Everybody has seen the Chinese, the Japanese, the Africans. Who else? Every nation has seen the captivity of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Hispanics. It's how you laugh. That's how everybody thinks. That's why the lamentation, they hiss.
Yeah, and
They
back-
laugh
The daughter of Jerusalem.
at the daughter of Jerusalem. Look at these niggas. Look at them.
No, that's not what we
No, go ahead. I hear you. Go ahead.
It says, here we go one time, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your
We're
salvation
going to see the salvation list too, right?
from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
That's right.
My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come
It's a
upon you.
salvation. So yes, we will. Yes, we want to go to war. We can't wait to get our hands on y'all. Look at what y'all done to us. Right? We should suffer patience. We're patient wait. So when the Lord gives us that power, it ain't no more talking, man. Right?
For thine enemies have persecuted thee.
Enemies that persecuted us, man. Y'all make your people come over to America and make millions of our people. Y'all say y'all Muslim, y'all not supposed to have pork, but y'all still broken niggas. Y'all have beer, cigarettes, vapes.
Y'all make sure y'all come to the ghettos in our area where we predominantly live. Now, I know you're an atheist, but most of you people are Muslims, right? Whether it be Sunni, whatever. And y'all stores, y'all not supposed to touch pork, but to make $1 off of our people, you'll have pork in the fridge. You'll have max bacon. And if we say we want that, you'll touch it and ring it up and put it in the bag. Even though y'all not supposed to touch it.
None of that.
Some of you guys are Sunni, y'all not supposed to touch alcohol. In your stores, it's nothing but cheap liquor too.
Cheap liquor.
Bottom of the barrel, Wild Irish Rose, Thunderbird, you know? And you'll put that in the bag for us because you get $1 off it. And you know this is true. I know you don't believe in, I know, but your people do that. Y'all come over here and make money. And what you do, when you make your money, you send it back to your family over there where you're from.
I have to leave, but before I leave, I would like to shake your hand. Can you shake my hand?
No. Hey, what?
No,
Man,
I said,
do you ever
feels bad.
Yes.
you got a wife and kids?
Yes.
Okay.
Would
You
shake
raising
my hand?
your kids to be atheists?
Well, I
Or you
give
let
them
them do
the
what they want?
choice. And
Yeah, you're American. You're American.
We
Right?
finish this for you.
You just a good slave.
So
right?
you got sons, daughters?
son and a daughter.
Either your daughter, you want her to dress modestly, or you just
No,
let her
no.
wear?
You
No.
gotta do as whatever she want to wear.
I'm just curious.
Yes.
That's that wine. That's that
Yeah,
wine.
that's what the nation have gone mad. So if you read that first, I'm gonna ask you one more question.
He says,
Okay.
for thy enemies have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and thou shalt tread upon his neck.
What? You say that again?
For thine enemy have persecuted thee,
Uh-huh.
but shortly thou shalt see his destruction,
Uh-huh.
and shalt tread upon his
So
neck.
it's gonna be war. Give me that the Lord required what I had passed.
Because I need to go. I will take your question because, sorry, I have to be somewhere.
Okay.
But you said you had a question.
No, real quick. Real quick. The question will be real quick.
Yes.
All right, the question is, so your daughter came in the house and said, Daddy, I'm gonna be a porn star. You gonna be happy with that?
No.
You just say you're gonna let her do what you want. So if your son came in the house and said, Dad, this is my boyfriend. You gonna be happy with that?
If it is a boyfriend, then
No. Your son come in the house and said, Dad, this
I'm
is
not
my
going to be
boyfriend.
happy. No. I'm not going.
There you go. Come on, man. But you just said you gonna let your kids do what they want. That's the American white man shit.
I'm not
shit,
going
man.
to be happy, but I can't
But you know,
force.
but you say you're atheist,
Yes.
so you gotta agree with it.
Atheism
contradicting.
is something on ethics or something.
If you're an
else.
atheist, you gotta accept your
He
daughter.
just said he can't force him, so he would accept it. Because you can't force him, right?
Yeah, I can't. I don't have even the power.
That's right.
Okay, well,
Huh?
thank you. I wish I could shake your hand, but
No, we good, man. We good.
You
We
had
good.
the monkey
Yes.
pox.
Yeah.
Can I bring this out to him?
You got it.
yes.
The book of Deuteronomy, this came out earlier. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies
Yep.
and on them that
So
hate thee.
you done came over here and became defenseless, man. So yeah, your daughter can leave the house and get her a nasty Edomite, so-called white man. And he doing who knows what with her, man. He could take your son and do who knows what. He go to one of them old Edomite white parties, sniff some coke. I've been seeing a whole lot of your people out there strung out, man. It's not looking too good for Ishmael, man. Why? Because y'all come over here and y'all done lost your power as men. Y'all say, no, I don't want to be Ishmael. I don't like the Middle East. I'm American now. You forget about all that. And your kids got to come up here and get called, get racist, called, what, sand monkeys? Sand men? Wild sand men? And that fuck up your kids, man. And they look up to y'all for answers. And you said, I'm atheist. I'm this and that. But I'm gonna say, see how you feeling right now? That's why we out here. That's why we out here. There's been a lot of shit done to our
Okay.
people.
Well, thank you.
I don't know that.
Which persecute thee.
Which what?
Which persecute thee. Your people have persecuted us, enslaved us,
Yep.
robbed us, killed us. See,
And it's,
your people
same
sold us.
thing. Sold us. But look at the Arab slave trade. What happened to you, buddy?
Thus saith the Lord.
That's the Lord. The Lord requires what has passed.
What they
I
told us
have
about? Sheep, wine,
speechless. I
and-
can't
Wine.
say
He
anything.
said
But
wine.
anyway,
He
I
said-
have to leave.
he said
Thank you.
Wine and mustard
Alright,
guns.
You know, that's why he fled to America. Because,
Yeah.
like I said,
He's a fucking betrayer. He's a scumbag.
he definitely would have
He's a
beheaded him.
loser.
too, though.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Yeah, they would have beheaded him.
He's a fucking loser, man. He's the one that would have. They found the money in his purse, in the bag and shit. He said, "What is this?" He was like, "Allah Akbar." Open his head.
He's
He's whipping him, man. Go back to what is it?
I got you. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse. Looks like
Oh,
that.
you get Isaiah 47, man. That wine is strong, man. Give me the scripture. The nations are mad, man. All the nations mad.
I'm gonna get mine real
You
quick.
got that.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. It says, Behold, the earth maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
Yep.
And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master and with his maid, with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so is the borrower, as with the taker of usury, with the giver of usury to him. The land is utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken his word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the earth languish and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth doeth languish, and the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have
Look what the so-called man does. He basically makes everything like a damn melting pot. And through the disguise of democracy, he comes in with this shit that everybody can be free, broken. Like yo, he just said he'll let his kid do whatever he wants. But it showed that he wasn't like that. His son came in. But seeing that, you would see him in a bar drunk. You would see him out here stumbling in front of me. He'd be like, yo, what's wrong with you? My son. And that, huh? Yeah, and then that, that broken mentality, then you're easy to be controlled because you're broken. And that's how Esau does, man. All this the melting pot, everybody in this place, that place, democracy, drugs everywhere. Then he got the rulers of the other nation into the whole plan, the agenda, population control. But this man is a goddamn devil, man. He's talking about wars. Man, the reason why these wars is because of the so-called white man. That's why the scripture says when the wicked ruleth, the people mourneth, man. That's why everybody's mourning. You know? You got more?
Yeah, just a little bit more. And it says, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
They're
Because
foul, man. Hey, the so-called white man have put himself as if he's the one that make everything better. He say, hey, man, the food is messed up. You know what? We shouldn't even be eating animals. We're gonna what is it?
make our own food.
We're gonna what is that?
Yes.
Print. We're gonna print
3D.
We're gonna print 3D meat.
Beyond Meat. That's the brand that's in the stores, Beyond Meat. You go to the vegan section,
What is it called?
Beyond Meat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You go to the vegan section.
A lot of that vegan stuff has a big portion of soya. And I don't know if others know, but a man's not supposed to
Yeah.
consume too much.
That's right. Yeah, that's it.
Some hormones that give you like a feminine characteristics.
Turns into estrogen.
Estrogen.
Soy
There we go.
Soy breaks down into estrogen.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
But yeah, man, everything that this man does, man, is to destroy men and to mess up the reproductive cells of women. It's to destroy a man's testosterone semen count and to turn them out, make them bugged out.
So not only did they put Planned Parenthood in our neighborhood to try to keep us from being fruitful and multiply, they also put it in the food so we don't fruitful and multiply.
Drugs, and then they set up like,
Drugs.
And then they set up wicked niggas,
Right.
gang leaders.
It's all about exterminating our people, you know?
And like I said, you break men.
Right.
You got the hey, what's the scripture said? The thief, you bind up the strong man, you know? You bind them up first, you break the man, so he's to the point he's defenseless. He don't even want to fight no more. He's so broken. All he wants to do is indulge in pleasures, man.
Yeah, and it's so spiritual now. That even though he did all that to try to stop us from producing, right now, who's the number one person that can't produce?
Yep.
He's drying out.
Yep.
So with all this hell that you done put us under, we're still producing, and you guys aren't. And this y'all have it. Y'all got it real comfortable right now, and y'all can't have babies.
You don't gotta worry about that because in the kingdom, you're gonna be breathing.
We're gonna speed it up.
Yeah, you gonna
Even in the scripture
He's a
says,
hell of a breeder.
nah, even in
He
the
gonna got a
scripture,
new pit bull.
nah, it says, even the scripture, it says what? The Lord shall make you small among all nations. You know? It's a back deal, man. And as you can see, it's just shrinking, man.
You know, Isaiah 47.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of
Yeah,
Babylon."
this place gonna be destroyed, man. You know? This democracy, this whole casting shit of wickedness, this day's over with now, man. The bombs, that witchcraft, and how was that stopping? Because hey, the Lord got the prophets on the scene, man. You know, we're telling our people this is already forewarned that this was going to happen, man. This is what you were going to see. You know, you had the prelude, the Illuminati guys. Those guys used to come up all the time. This is what's going to happen. There will be a time when Messiah get up, the Zeitgeist, all that shit. But then the Lord just got rid of them, man. And then you had other little guys.
YouTube used to be,
Yeah.
YouTube used to be
You can find
conspiracy.
everything.
It was just
Everything.
conspiracy.
Look
You
what
can
they
find
did
so
to Alex
much.
Jones.
Yeah, they broke him.
You remember the Obama?
Smoked his boots.
Remember the Obama desolation? Obama desolation.
Yeah.
That was on racist Edomite Christians.
Antichrist, he was an Antichrist
Yeah,
and all that.
The
Yeah.
abomination of desolation. Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And then you
Edomites
put
got
Barack
some
Obama from the Bible as
Yeah.
remember that?
And then remember, he'd be like, "Well, I found he's really not a Christian. He's really, I think he's really a Muslim." You know what I mean? They come up with all types.
They still hate that nigga. They still be bringing up shit on that nigga.
Yeah, man.
Like
That's,
you
they
said,
nigga not even us, but that just show you how much they
Yeah.
hate.
When they see that skin complexion, they ain't even think about skin.
Obama ruined America. That's why I mean he did all this gay. He put all this.
Well, he did do that though.
Yeah.
He did legalize it.
He saw-
Obama is the Antichrist.
That's what Barack said from HODC. He had that sound.
Oh, yeah, he did.
That's why I made a video about him. He was laughing. He said,
They don't even go up no more. I don't listen to them.
You always should have seen none of them guys.
The only elders that go out consistently is I am.
Yeah.
Continuing on. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Hey, see, right now, hey, that's why that guy came over here. He thought this was tender, delicate. He can, have a better life. His life for his kids. He ain't got to worry about the wars, the bloodshed, his countrymen.
you don't got to worry about getting persecuted.
Yeah, he ain't got to
for
worry.
his atheism.
Yeah, he can be an atheist, try to do the right thing. See, everybody thinks this place is tender. And hey, we are at war here. You know. And people really do have forgotten this, man. This is not the land of leisure, pleasure. You can have all these women, have all these kids, have a good old family. We're death around the corner. We ain't living in good times, man. You know? Yeah, she looked like it. But you know, she, yeah.
You stoned that bitch in the land.
Oh, yeah, man. Wouldn't even thought twice. Her head would have been over there.
You funny.
That's what the Lord said. They ain't not Israelites. We don't recognize
Yeah,
these niggas.
they heathens, man. Our people have become straight blown heathens, man.
Yeah.
You
Those
know?
guys are these are the wicked.
But all for that philosophy, man. Our people drunk they're gone. You know, Esau has capitalized off the curses,
Creative
man.
players, BBLs.
You funny.
How the nigga woman was known for the best ass,
Known for the ass.
and now she getting BBLs. That's how you know the B-dub is cool. When you look at defeat, strategic war, blacks in America. Got it? Just look at it. When you go into war and look at POWs, prisoners of war, strategic war, defeat, obliterating, slaughter. Look at the so-called black man in America.
Long wig.
How you-
He dark as licorice with a yellow wig on.
Hey,
I just told him that when I went to the
yeah.
It was a fruit pop. My height, maybe they be taller. darker than any brother here with neon green braids all the way down here. You know what I mean?
That's a
It's
nation
sickening,
destroyed.
Nation destroyed, bro.
bro.
You
Yeah.
know?
Sickening.
Bro.
And proud.
How you come over here as a slave, but then even if you was given the opportunity to leave, you wouldn't leave. That just shows you defeat. Defeat.
That thing that was just up here, that thing that was clearly a nigga. Well, you missed it because you were
Oh.
talking. That was a,
Yeah, and
it was a
that wasn't,
child.
and that wasn't even a so-called grown adult yet.
Yeah, that was still. You could tell.
Still in high school.
You could
You
tell.
know?
Ooh,
And the father walking around like it's okay.
Hey, I saw that yesterday.
Ain't no way I'm walking around with you. Yeah.
I saw that, and that's another thing. Hey, they broke the men in these. They broke the men, man. Men say, hey, you got to be dad of the year.
That's the
They
one.
They give. Hey, and that's another thing too that they did. They play on Jake conscience because they know that majority. A lot of times, man. That's what I'm saying. This devil is crafty. But see, the majority of the reason why our people don't have fathers, man, is because of the fucking mothers. And that's not. Hey, like I said, everything that your mom did is really pretty much swipe underneath the rug. But now, see that trauma and that abuse comes out and it shows later what has happened. But now you got Jake in his mind saying, "Oh, I ain't never had my daddy, so I ain't never need my child side. You know, you can't have all that hatred. And my son going to be a faggot, I'm going still though. My daddy wasn't there for me." That's what. And now you got this old new age father nigga, dad bod, accepting, don't care. He don't whoop his kid. He ain't stern. Your father, you're not supposed to be your friend's child. But the father, that this new age father, the child, his friend. That's my dog. My father, my dog. That's my brother. He's about my dad for my brother.
Basically, like I said,
Yeah,
parents, like I said, you have both parents. Like I said, they basically failed society. Like I said,
They
if our parents, like I said, if us or our parents don't come under the doctrine Yahweh Shem Yahshua, it's already a failed family structure in the beginning.
That's right, because they all came underneath the fashion of Esau, the philosophy and wine of the society. And what did the society breed? Brokenness, destruction. The so-called black household community is destruction. Have y'all been realizing, you see how many goddamn Hispanic women with boots on now? Masculine as fuck, man. I've seen a lot of dyke, Northern Kingdom women smoking cigarettes, smoking weed. So, it's getting real out here, man. So that even the curses is even on Northern Kingdom.
Hey, look how many women truck drivers it is.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, man.
It's
Yeah,
real popular.
I've seen Northern Kingdom women driving trucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yesterday
cool.
I loaded a lady. She had the whole joint on. Muslim lady from Philly.
Can't stand it.
No, I'm just saying though, but like you had the whole from head to toe.
I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, but you out here driving a
Yeah,
rig,
yeah.
big rig. You rolling back and stuff in. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yep.
You supposed to be in the crib.
You supposed
cooking
to have
up
a
some
husband.
stuff. Yeah. No, she had the ring on. You know what I mean? But that,
My husband probably did it. Does it too.
whatever.
And you never know.
But it's like I said, man.
Women shouldn't be driving either.
This whole structure of this society, man.
How you slap?
Yeah, that's why I almost got in the damn accident, man.
How you gonna be a
Bro,
keeper at?
today, bro, the bitch in the goddamn truck on my way leaving work. She went to see the big truck. I'm like, what the in 2 lanes. I'm trying to go by in 2 lanes. I look, I finally pass it. It's Emily. Phone up here and shit. In a big ass truck.
How you,
Crazy, man.
what I want to say is, how you gonna be a keeper at home? Now, she lives in Philly. She's driving all over the gym. How's that okay? And you know, a lot of brothers in Islam say they got their house in order. Well, that is not order, at all. So that means she got to spend the night somewhere outside of her house. Because you know, they pick up a load and they go to sleep. They go to a hotel, they sleep in their truck.
They got a certain amount of hours they can run.
Yeah, it's like 10 hours.
Yep.
10 hours?
Yep.
And that drive clock could be
I think it's 10 or 12. Then you gotta make sure you sleep for 10 hours straight. Not 10 hours
Yeah,
straight,
you
but
can't leave.
you gotta
Right.
be down for 10 hours.
Yeah. You can't. If you leave too early, you get in trouble.
Yep. You get fined crazy. They don't play about that, man. You got whoever read.
I got Jeremiah 51.
You should know. They got the idea for
I got
that.
it right here. It says, verse 2.
Come.
It says, take the millstone and grind mill, uncover thy lots, make bare the leg.
Yeah, that's what we're doing through prophecy, man, through the scriptures, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. And we brought through earlier. Hey, the Lord has removed the mind of darkness and give us that light, man, that we can see. And now we understand and realize, man, this is not it, man. This is not the life, as Esau proclaimed it to be. How you damn near taxed to death, you know? You're not even eating right. You ain't even sleeping right. You go to bed, you wake up, you still tired. 8 hours sleep, you still wake up, you still tired. You know? Wake up, exhausted. You might say, oh, you know what? You took another nap, real quick one. You wake up, your body start hurting. Like, what the hell is going on here? You know? This place is hell.
Brandon.
You know, it's crazy, man. Yo, you really, like, home cooking is very, it's kind of like scarce now. You know? If you sick, man, yo, basically, it ain't no more time for people no more. Everybody has to work. Hey, everybody complaining now about rent going up. You know, I've been talking to you, yo, they rent going up. You would think in the society we live in now, you would think that would be a little bit more reasonable. You know what, we're gonna drop $100 off the rent. We're gonna work with y'all. No, they said, oh no, that rent up. But this is all, again, to that new world order.
Shit, I'm working on a lesson there. The homeless man is crazy. I was looking at this
Oh
video.
yeah, bro.
And she a good looking woman. She was saying how like she's in Cali. You know Cali, they homeless shit like
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, not Skid Row, just in general. But she
You
was
got
saying
like
like
10 cities.
yeah, she was saying like she just been living in her car this whole year. And then I went to the comment board. And it was just everybody in the comment. Yeah, I'm homeless right now too. Look at my car. Yeah, I went through the same shit. Yeah, this is so. I'm like, yep.
Oh yeah.
It's not expensive in this one to live, bro. It's ridiculous.
I heard that they're trying to make a law from basically actually putting a law for people actually living in their cars. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
They try to make it illegal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a lot of people doing that shit. It's a nigga on my road that do that shit. There's some people that's letting them live. He parking shit in their yard, and he just drive and leave. The nigga live in his car.
They think about it, they gonna say, yeah, give us $200 rent.
Yeah,
See what we got.
he falls from the car.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
But think about it, hey, and it's sad because like this, well, we all understand it was all prophecy. We've been telling people this is what's gonna happen.
Scripture says, "Do not oppress the poor." That's already poor. It's good to talk about that.
Yep.
We said the front.
Hey, what it said? I think it said, poor, I forgot. You got it.
Yeah, it says,
But the thing of Esau's being searched out by us, man. You know, Esau's purposely doing this, man. You know, breaking people, going into homelessness, sleeping in their cars. You know, you got it. Somehow,
And man, like I said, when people be homeless for like, I'm not saying going deep to me, that's like 6 to 7 years. I'm like, man, that's crazy. You know, I don't know, like I said, man, it's like, let me say what man, like I said, I don't know how people can live homeless for 7 years. I mean, like I said, man, it's gotta be like a strategic plan, because I mean, just imagine you just homeless the next day. Now you gotta figure out how to survive, how to eat, how to maneuver. You got that real quick, man.
And think about it, right? Now, we understand that it takes 2 to 3 incomes for this rent now.
Yeah.
And then that's just for rent. We're not talking about electric bill, water bill, food, and etc. Wash your clothes, etc. That's just for to pay your rent. Now now on the other half, you got this society where nobody can trust nobody. You know, the family structure is not there. You know, you can't. Again, this is a dysfunctional society. So what do they expect to come from it? But what you see, it's just going to get worse. More people are, man, yo, there's a lot of people on drugs out here, man, for real.
Yeah,
Seriously,
of course,
like the drug epidemic is growing. Homelessness is growing. Like people are really living.
The amount of pills I deliver, bro, about the week.
Bro, like, yo,
They just
people are
want pills.
bro, they're losing it out here. You know? And
But
a lot of people know how to make that.
I'm not gonna
A lot of people know how to make that shit look good right now. So it's gonna get to a point they're just gonna lose it, man.
And then, but what's gonna happen when they can't get their prescriptions anymore? The shit gonna shut down. That's what you gonna actually have niggas gonna lose.
It's gonna be crazy out here. Get that. Who about Isaiah?
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, you got it.
yeah, it says, take the millstones and grind mill, uncover the lot.
See, that's why. Hey, what's that scripture we brought out earlier? Psalm 1, get that from get 1:1.
Mike,
Huh?
Mike.
Now we tell you about the tree of rivers. A man that devotes his time to the Lord will be at the tree of rivers, man.
I think I found it right here. Let me get that. Let me two of them as well. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 20. The poor is even hated of his own neighbor, but the rich man have many friends.
Yep. Yeah, Esau not struggling. You know, the elites, they're making secret counsel. And what they just spent $1 billion for extra security, but nothing can pierce their meetings. Extra styrofoam blockage, any outside forces or devices to hear the counsel, so to speak. You know, the wicked. Hey, I mean the wicked, the elites, they're good right now. But hey, the poor, and like I said, they capitalize. This is what they want. They got this white boy with fucking. This place is weird, man. You know, these people are going. Yo, all it takes is something. Just that's all it takes. Something is about to happen. These people are going to fuck.
You see, all you gotta do is go online and see how many people are just stabbing people up, killing people. One dude, he had 6 kids with the chick.
Yeah, stabbed them up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
You saw the video?
Yeah, that's
this
what
has
I'm
been
talking
adultery.
Yeah.
You
had
just
6
dove
kids,
in it.
bro.
Started going to work.
You had 6 kids.
They said, "You lied, man. You lied."
So what? Now you know she probably did some nigga woman shit. But what possessed you to take? Come on, man.
He weak.
Yeah, that's not.
Like I said, any dude kill himself and kill it. Like I say, he weak. And that's
No, if
what
it was adultery, that's a righteous act. But the point is, like, you had 6 kids with her. So I'm so she so. The point is, the times that we're in is fucking crazy. Because I seen a clip. You had these dudes. I'm pretty sure brothers seen it. They tried to rob a vape store.
Yeah, I seen that.
And the dude tried to jump over the counter. The dude behind the counter, he had a blade. And he started hacking him. And he got niggas in. How can you do that shit? Hey,
And there was another one where
Yeah.
Simp of the Year, bro. He on live crying, bitch, you cheated on me. I did everything for you. Went in there, killed both his kids and off himself. Yeah, come on, man.
Hey,
Over a woman cheating on him,
Yeah.
so-called cheating.
And then, like I said, during that same week or the week before that, there's that woman that killed one of her kids.
She tried to kill both of them.
Yeah, she tried to kill both.
One survived.
Yeah, one survived.
Because the guy went in there and
The
grabbed
guy and
him.
the female, man. So, like, hey, demon time, man. We're living in demon time.
We live in some weird
Demon time.
spirit praying for vengeance.
Yeah, I seen
But
one
the time
dude.
is not.
This must have been New York. The girl, I guess she was saying bye to him. They kissed each other.
Yeah, I see.
She was in the elevator. This nigga.
I see.
God,
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
Like they kissed
I've
each other.
seen that, I've seen
And he
that.
was, I guess she would wipe her tears. She kissed him and went in the elevator. This nigga.
And then shot himself in the head.
I'm like, yo.
I don't know what's going on at
yo,
first. It
I've
was
seen
confusing at
that.
first.
It's
I didn't know what was
serious
going
out
on.
here.
Place blue, bro. You got it. You got more?
Yeah. One by socket.
That's why I say, if you don't have the Lord, man, you're through.
These men are just weak out here, man. They're just weak.
It was designed for that. Because when men are fucked up like this, hey, society is in danger.
Yeah.
Hey, we always say, men
That's what
kill,
I'm saying.
men murder. Men kill and men murder. And if a man is not right, the society is in danger.
Shit, matter of fact, what was it, yesterday? On my road, I'm doing delivery, and the cops, it was just, this neighborhood was flooded with cops. And they pulled over to me, they were like, yo, we're gonna warn you. It's a dude out here with a red shirt on, he's very sick. He's running around here rapid, being cautious. I'm like, damn. So I guess when some nigga probably had monkey.
But you know, it's crazy.
We in some wild times, bro.
I went to work yesterday morning. So it's like 15 goddamn cops for one Karen. I get to the light, I'm like, what the? I look, me, I just want, man, yo. Mind my business. I'm looking at, she like Karen outside the car. She's looking at, she on the other side of the car. She's not even, so the cops, they looking in the car, got every door open. By that time the lights are I'm like, I'm not wasting time out. But the point is, they need 15 goddamn cop cars for goddamn Karen. Shit's getting wicked out here, man.
I think it's gonna be bad, man.
They can trouble.
Something bad.
And the cops are so fucking weak.
Yeah,
Because I seen another clip, the dude, it was a rollercoaster, he took his shirt off. There was like 20 cop cars out there, and they all behind the cars. It's one dude, bro. He got his flip-flops in his head. And these niggas got guns. So he finally runs, and they all start chasing and jumping. It's like 50 cops, bro. Yeah, these cops ain't got it, bro. So when shit hit the haywire, when you read Edris, the sedition of men, they should not respect their kings or governors. These police ain't gonna be the handle these people.
Hey, what's the scripture says? Damn.
Yeah, you see crackheads out running police and shit. Like they slide off and big fat motherfuckers be trying to chase them.
They got a donut falling on his back pocket.
But that's why it's serious. Like in serious times that we go. It's very important that the Lord be protecting you in these days.
Yeah.
Because you guys really think about it. And all this is for a very important reason that these men have become weak. And these men are simps or faggots. Because really, these women, they thought, see, these women think it's cute to have 100 different dudes, a lot of these simps, mean that they control, manipulate. They think it's cute right now. But when these men start, their egos is truly become and these men want to be like, you know what? I want her life.
Oh,
And
my brother just posted about some dude kicked a woman 20 times. I was like, God damn.
But when you just sitting, when
Yeah.
he went to and it's
Nah.
definitely, yo.
That nigga said, I'm getting these roles.
Yeah, nice.
David Copperfield.
I said, wow.
He was in there
That's
just for a touch. So let's show you what the mindset
Bro.
of people. He knocked the bitch out with just a finger and run off.
And look, ain't no cop, bro.
And the women so ditzy, cause she could feel the dude behind her, but what do? Try to look
Yep.
at their phone. They through. They not ready for what's coming.
You see when the girl was jogging,
Yeah, that's the
the
one.
dude act like something was wrong with her, grabbed her up, threw her in the car.
Damn.
And she just tried to run off and try to act like it's nothing. Man, you better pay danger alert.
She like that, like
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
these women just think
All
like,
you gotta do is behind the head.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
it.
And guess what? Ain't nobody gonna help her. What they gonna do? You may have somebody that cares who might call the cops. The majority of people don't intervene nowadays. They
No.
just let it. They be broad daylight. and shit,
you
yeah.
gotta realize, man, cops about to fucking say fuck this.
They sit in Washington. They not.
Yeah,
they not answering calls for work.
Bro, they're not going to help. That's why we push this. You're going to need the Lord in these days to come. And that's why it's very important that we conduct ourselves in the manner of a man that's in the Lord. Because see, I always say that how we put our time in the Lord. If you got a woman, she's not putting her time like you do to the Lord to you, man, the hell with that. You know, you as a man in this truth, you're that woman's protector. The Lord's gonna use you, give you spiritual powers and guidance and protection and angels to watch over you for that woman and your children. You know? It's very important the times that we're in, man, to be into the scriptures, reading. That's what scripture said, blesses those that read, man. You know? Keep going, you got it, bro. Huh? Yeah, yeah, you get that up real quick.
Remember, start with that?
Yeah.
It's Psalms.
Read all the way through.
It's Psalms 1 and 1. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly."
That's right. Yeah, like me and the brother went in the lesson. We're not conformed to this world. Because the people, the inhabitants of this world is to be rebellious, disobedient, stubborn. They don't want to change. Into wickedness, lust, flesh, things that the Lord does not pleased with, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Nor standeth in the way of sinners,
Yep.
nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." Verse 2, it says, "But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night."
That's right. And every day we wake up, we know we at war. We're still at a war. We're still training. We're still preparing. See, that nigga not ready for war. His pants is down. These niggas' pants are down.
He's gonna be the first one that close the first one.
How you gonna run? How you gonna defend yourself? Your pants fucking down.
Like that nigga that called the cops. He's wanted, but he calls the cops.
Man.
Over some cold friends. Then this nigga try to run in some flip flops.
Crocs. People are bugged out, man. They just let you know right there the state of these people. How you got a warrant for your arrest and you go to the cops, man? How simple are you? And then when it hit his ass with the taser, why did he scream like that? Yeah, well, why did he scream like that?
That nigga was
Yeah, he was jabbed up, man. He was jabbed up, man. Why did he scream like that, man? You got it, bro. Yo, why did he scream like that, man? People are through.
This is verse 3, and it says, and he shall be like a tree planted in the rivers of water.
Tree as planted by the rivers of water. That means you're not going to be moved, man. Hey, the Lord's going to protect us, man. That's why it's very important that we stay close to Yahweh Shem Shah. He's going to make that manifest what he's dealing with in that day, man. You know? Hey, the Lord's going to set up a hedge and a standard for us, man. You know? He's going to get real sci-fi out here. Hey, yeah, that old, what's that shit? Everything by yourself, that selfishness, that greed, you know, that shit that women say out their damn mouths. All that shit's about to get, that shit about to be checked, man. Because again, we live in a society where a majority of these men egos are just gone. So at any moment, they're liable to fold, break, pick up something, murder everybody, man. Put to death everybody, women and kids, you know? And then, so you got men around here that think life is a joke, life is a game. Like that, like Ishmael, he come up, I don't want to, like, nigga, what? You think shit is sweet? You a terrorist. When Esau comes down, they gonna grab you and your goddamn kids, you know? You think shit is a game. But that's the mindset of these men. And that's why, hey, everybody will get blindsided in that day. You got it, bro. Any bro got precept on 24. All right. Drop that. Get on. Hold on. You got it.
And it says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall be withered, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Hey, expound on that one.
Proverbs, Psalms 1 and 3, and it says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, and bringeth forth his fruit in his season, and his leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall he prosper.
So basically, he'll have a true life. Not what this world produces. This world produces death. You know, you listen to the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, you're going to have true life, true meaning of life. You know, the scriptures say, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. It's going to be that true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Simple as that. You know?
when you look at a tree, it's rooted. So, brother, during the times that's coming, we're not going to, if the Lord be for us, we're not going to be able to be shaken by the things that happen. But these people in the world, they're going to bug out, be shaken by, well, you seen it with the pandemic.
Yep.
People were shaking. Lysol was out of stock. Tissue was out of stock.
Went right to the end.
Yeah.
How you so good you went to the end?
2 masks on. Man, I went to the food line. Let me get that to you. I went to the food line. Nigga was sweating, right? Profusely. He on the bike. The mask, it's a white mask, but the mask is brown. He takes the mask out of his place, all fill it up. I'm like, whoa, hey, you really didn't know.
It was a lady coming out the food line. I went up there today.
It was
Right
one of
the
the 100-degree day, bro.
She come out the store. You can tell she couldn't breathe. She fumbling. And she said, when she had the sister, I said, yo, these motherfuckers ready to kill themselves, man.
But I wanted to add on, you know, the scripture you're bringing out, it wraps up, because there's no substance in this world. There's nothing that stands on anything. You know, you talking about the masks. Remember when the pandemic first started, it was you clean your counters. The disease could get on the counters. Then like a month later, it was like, oh nah, it can't get on the counters. Then it went from 1 mask to 2 masks. right? Then you had to switch up your
In
mask.
N95.
Right,
man.
right. And then remember, you had when if you got caught with the so-called whatever, you see, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks, right? Now, where is it at now? If you get caught with a positive test, all you gotta do is quarantine for 2 days, and you could go back to work. There's no substance with this world, man.
And now they just for travelers, they just removed the whole quarantine.
Oh,
You don't
really?
even have the quarantine.
Damn, shit.
And you know, it's crazy. Like the brother was going to say no substance, right? Now, it's funny, right? Because now you think about it. You gotta think about it. I used to bounce. I used to do security. And I tell you, I'll never do it again. But why the fuck would I put my life at risk for these assholes out here? These people ain't even, they're ungrateful. What the hell I'm gonna break up a fight for? Get shot, get stabbed up. I gotta risk my life. This motherfucker might shoot me out and about. That's a motherfucker who throwing up the glove for everybody. For the mother girl. You know?
That last part be real though. That last part be real though.
Just to
It's
add
not
on,
that much.
and somebody threw it in the chat too, and I've been talking to people. They made all these people take this jump shot. Now these people that work in that medical field, they'll tell you if you cool with them. Them people that took the jump shot is the ones who's sick right now, and they hiring people that never took the jump shot because they ain't catch. My cousin right now called me yesterday, the one you know.
Yep.
Shorty. Now all four of her kids, her and her 3 kids is all together every day. Daughter got sick, so she went to the hospital and took a test. Only 2 of them got it, but 2 of them don't. And they're around each other all day. What type of sense does that make? Hold up, what are you saying? What's going on? You know, for the people that don't think.
Now you got the jump shot, and now they tell you put the mask back on. What's the point? And the thing about it, why would these cops? That's why cops are ready to leave the force. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cops ain't really doing too much work out here no more.
They know.
You see them just chilling.
It's just a job.
I be doing. I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing people.
In some places they won't come out unless it's a dire emergency.
Bro,
They'll tell you that we're not coming out unless it's a dire emergency.
they not messing with.
right away for that.
Oh, word? Oh, yeah. It takes like 40 minutes. Yeah, right.
And they chased the lady across the street last. Lady that's living across the street from her. They chased her ass in the yard. This was crazy. She must have like split off from me.
Go ahead, say that, bro.
Let's call it cheese.
And again, like, why would it? Like, think about it. We gonna get the time. Why would a cop want to protect her? You know, these cops are watching certain videos, etc. Why would these cops want to protect these women, and they're the ones causing the problem? You know, why? It's getting to those times now. Like, just laying back what the brother talking about. I'm gonna go down the list. Why would a cop protect these people and they're ungrateful?
Right.
It tells you in the scripture, in the last day, everybody should be left to themselves. So people are thinking about, like, why the hell would I do this? Like, men ain't joining the military for that. They be like, why would I fight for this country? Going into men now. Why would I risk my life for these hoes and then for the streets?
Yo, think about because we get in them times. You think these police going to be responding to them Karens that's just crying because they having a hissy fit?
Man.
Yo, they ain't not gonna respect that. They life gonna be on the line, bro.
You know how this before the cops come, you gotta talk to the dispatcher, and then guess who the dispatcher is? The nigga woman.
Yeah.
Hello.
Remember
What
that?
is your emergency? Yeah, that happens some cases where you know what I mean. Like,
Some of them lost their job because they didn't.
Hey, remember that whole precinct that left because of the nigga woman?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, yo, these cops ain't. Yo, when you really think about it, but see, my point of getting to the fact is, we have a reason to die for, something to die for. This is this truth, you know. We have something to die for. These people out here don't have nothing to die for, man. Well, to be honest with you, we ain't really look at it.
They don't want to die.
No, men. They really don't have to be men.
Nah,
They
it's
don't.
over.
They
It's
don't.
over
They,
for that.
you know, they don't have to protect women.
It's over for that.
They got the so-called cops.
Yeah.
Men don't have to have kids.
If a man really wanted to be a man, he'd be locked up nowadays.
Yeah, if
When
you-
a man really acts on a man
Yeah.
instinct,
shit out of
I mean,
order.
that's
They
protected.
getting locked
Yeah, they
up.
outta here, man.
Don't let them get locked up on the Friday.
Yep.
It's over. They ain't
Monday.
seeing nobody till Monday. Yo,
Monday.
like, come on, you can't be no real man in this society.
That's what
Yo.
I'm saying. So you know these women is saying this and that. Then you got to think about it. Why should a man be a man to these women? Why should they protect these women? Why should they not put seed in these women? Everything is out of order. So that's what going back to what the brothers bringing forth. You're gonna need a Lord in these days, man.
No, I was saying agree with you, man. You can catch more.
You catch up. Yeah, in this society, yeah, man. This society is through. You got it. That's why I'm just saying it to the point. Man, the hell with these people, man. It got to be America has to be destroyed because the substance of things is no point. You know, why buy a house now? What the hell? Why would I buy a mansion for? Like for what? Why would I buy? Why would I work hard to get a? That's why dudes are bums. That's what dudes are. They're not working they're getting them to hand down a pass or get insurance for their kid. Everybody's doing everything for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's the world now. Everybody is doing everything for themselves. With that, nothing healthy comes from that. This whole world is broken, and it's gonna. So when it comes time, when everybody think about themselves with greed and covetous, and they want what you got, and there's no police around, no men around, you got.
Yeah, because think about it. The time we're in, these young men are trying to look better than the woman.
Man.
Everything's about them,
Yep.
right? No, seriously.
Pleasure.
Look at these young men. They trying to look better than their women. They already got that selfish mentality.
Yep.
So when shit really get yanked and dried up, man, they ain't gonna be worried about no damn woman.
Ego messed
You
up.
know?
I've been talking about that lately. Ego's fucked up.
They on all type of drugs. They
Yeah.
gonna fuck around and knock the woman upside her head to get whatever they can get to get
Yep.
their fix.
And they gonna kill
You know what
dudes.
I'm saying?
They gonna murder. They gonna start murdering people.
Just cause.
Yeah, you gonna have a lot of bunch of Jeffrey Dahmers
Yo, you got
coming forth.
You got people blowing people's heads off.
Yeah, you
The
blending.
fries is cold, yo. You got people.
Bro.
He shot the
Bro.
dude in his head because his fries was cold. You trying to tell me he
Point
going on
blank too.
something?
Point blank.
Yo, come on,
In front
man.
of everybody. Point blank.
Because of your fries.
Hey,
All you had to
mother-
do was say, yo, let me get some fresh fries. That's all you had to do.
Mother
You'd be
knew-
surprised. Like I said, Jake killed over Kool-Aid
And
and $5.
mother knew
Ain't nothing.
her son had prior charges. Man. You got it, bro.
$5. Jake killed somebody over Kool-Aid and $5.
I want my fries.
Kind of back in Psalms 1, and it
Jake
says,
don't care. This new generation.
verse 4, it says, the ungodly are not so, or are like the chaff.
They go with the wind. Change it. Movable. You know?
This generation.
Everything, hey, when you're broken, selfish, hey, again, you really don't know what to live for. You're finding something to live for. So you're into everything. You're like the wind. You're like the moon. You're changing like the moon. Your feet is not short planet. You know, we like going back to us. We have something to fight for. We die for the Lord. We die for our nation. You know? But these people out here, they have nothing to die for. That's why they indulge in pleasures, man. You know? Women this love getting penetrated by everything, man. They're just attention seekers. Men, they just indulge in cocaine and nasty sexual desires, trannies, little kids, etc., man. You know? You got more?
Verse 5, therefore the ungodly shall not stand
They're not staying. They're not going to be able to stand, right?
in the judgment, nor the sinner in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
Well, perish, man. You know? The matriarchy, hey, society has crumbled, man. You know? Empowering women, destroying men has been the downfall of the society and the moral of the society. And they're pushing the filth all across the four corners, man. That's why you saw your boy Ishmael talking about son, he's an atheist. You know? Through.
Beating his ass. You know she enjoying that.
Oh no, yeah. He said, yeah.
I don't have to be that modest bullshit. Yeah,
She said, beat us over there. I'll beat you here. He said, yes, but you cook. He said, yeah. She going out there. She got the career.
Like he said, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Can I get quick back you up?
what you said, no your legs wobbly. There's no substance under that. And this scripture right here, this is how we strive to be. This is First Corinthians 15 and I get off. I'm sorry. It's right here. 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. You know what I mean? So, like we said, this world right here has no substance. It's just tossed to and fro like a shake. You know what I mean? When you come into this thing right here, you have substance. You have something solid under you, and you stick to that, Regardless of what we go through our day in, day out, we know at the end of the day we have something to fall back on, and that's the truth. Simple as that.
Come back over this real quick.
I got you my hold Psalm 112:6.
It's Ephesians 4:14. It says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried away with every wind of doctrine by sleight of men and cunning craftiness.
But it's a new doctrine. The Lord raising up new men to be the leaders. We ain't dealing with the elders no more. We're dealing with new men. At the end of the game, he just rose up dumber and dumber. You can't be carried away with every new doctrine and that's why you hate to address those type of individuals. When the scripture says you have to mark them. But once you mark them, then everybody know to stay away.
Beavis and Butthead.
Exactly. Beavis and Butthead. The angry beavers. Bird nerd. Yeah. Oh man.
Cat dog.
You said big ass ticker.
Cat dog.
Cat dog.
Go ahead.
And it
That's
says,
what said. That's how I heard it.
and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie and wait to deceive. Hey, and that's what you have. If it's not coming to 100% doctrine, that comes under the banner of great wisdom. It's like-minded men, the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Hey, man, it's cunning craftiness. It's a lie within it, This is the complete 100% truth here.
And you know how to spot that out? They're saying exactly what you want to hear and what makes you feel good. Because the truth don't always make you feel good. It ain't always something you want to hear. You just have to accept it, though. But if it's something you want to hear and it makes you feel good, you carried away with doctrines, man.
Somebody hold
the
scripture about the parable about the rocky foundation and the sand foundation. You see, we have the rock foundation, which is Yahushua. So that again, we're not going to be moved in a day when our hell break loose. We're going to be praying, man. That's why the scripture talks about cease not praying. But we know what's going on. You see, this is why it's important that we labor. The scripture says labor to be around wise men, seek at the gates, wear out the gates of the saints, paraphrasing,
And you can always find something wrong within an organization or a group. Like in the military, if the soldiers say, well, I see the general doing this, or the commander doing this, everybody leave. Wouldn't no battles be won?
We'll tell you something, man. That's the reason why we need the Lord, because we know we're not perfect.
Exactly.
There's always there ain't nothing perfect, man. Like, come on,
David,
man.
look what David did.
Come on, man. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
if you're looking at for fault, there's something wrong with
Yeah,
you.
you're looking for fault.
It's gonna be fault every day.
And anything, and any man, we in the flesh.
Yeah.
So you use that as an excuse to condemn the whole thing.
You know what? I ain't like what he did right there. I'm gonna call out everything now.
As well, man.
Like, come on, man. You know what? His right leg longer than the left.
Yeah.
You see, he ain't right. Like what? But that's what I'm saying. Like Jacob, you do shit like that.
Condemn the whole, but really you're being shown for who you are.
Yeah, man. Everybody has fault, man. But that lets us know that, man, we need the Lord. That's why we want perfection. Perfection. That's why we want the new power. That's why we want the kingdom. So we won't have faults.
Shit, our Lord was perfect. They still try to find.
He'll put this wine bill. He'll wine bill.
Beelzebub.
He can't even drink.
They're looking for fault.
Yeah, so they could demonize the truth.
Yeah.
That's Joseph's son.
He talking about being the son of God.
Son of God.
That's old Joey's son from over there and over there.
That's a compliment.
Judah.
He from where? He
Yeah.
from Nazareth.
No, Joe. Man, that be building and stuff. Shalom.
Nazareth.
He over here in the hood. We got two. Let's go back. I'll get mine real quick. This is Luke 6:46. It says, in this red letter, so is our Lord Yahweh shall speak. It says, and why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built a house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth, and against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great.
And what happened now that we've been out here for these years? Jake has no more cure for their sin. Jake, you done heard the truth, man.
Yeah.
You done stumbled across the truth.
Everybody know about
Yeah, everybody know about us.
And they just interviewed Kodak. Kodak told us so.
We in
Yeah, Kodak told us so.
Yeah, me and Kendrick get along because we both Israelites.
I'm like, yo.
Who said that?
Kodak.
He told us, yeah, me and Kendrick
He
get
looking
along
hard down and
because we
shit.
both Israelites.
Yeah.
That's our nigga. Smoking a blunt.
But you wanna know something? Esau had, but
So everybody know the truth.
Yeah.
They don't look at it as anything.
but see, Esau has to demonize and make it look like it's something. You know?
Babylon, man. Sodom.
Yeah. Hey, shaking with the
It's a
wind.
common thing. That's not even.
What the hell
It's
is that?
normalized.
Dang.
Yeah, it's normalized.
Shaking with the
This
wind.
shit,
That's
Peace
two.
Valley
That's
North.
two.
Yeah.
That's two today in just this area. Imagine we was up
Hey, you know Norfolk heavy with that shit.
in Norfolk.
Norfolk is very heavy with transgenderism.
No, but you go out to where people really at, you gonna see nothing but them.
You better not be
It's a club. It's a club when you leaving out here.
hey,
All out. So we just we in them times, man.
Yeah.
It said Lot. It said Lot sat outside the city he was just sitting outside the gate when the angel came. You know what I'm saying? Man? Like, oh. Go ahead, brother.
all right, got it.
My son, kind of lengthy to try to find a good
We
spot.
could we'll just leave this joint. We'll be in the ocean.
I mean, I'll believe
So the
it.
vibe.
Yeah, like, yo, I want to go fuck them people.
Hey, this Matthew, Luke 6:46. It says, and why call ye me Lord, Lord? I don't want, and do not the things which I say. Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built a house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon the house.
So when all these doctrines and so forth, and these government legislation and the new regulations, the new world order, and then the agenda comes through, we ain't be moved by that, man. If we found the new way of society, karate, let's put it in. You know?
Yeah, what body just the legislation? How many was it billion for the CHIP system? We need more computer potato chips, for your cars.
Yep.
But he left out the people though. He said it's for the cars, computers, and engineering, technology.
Yep.
Further, we got to get ahead of China. China's ahead. We got to get ahead of China.
I thought it was
We in them times, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah, like I said, that's further proof. Now mind you, he spent $320 billion. That's actually spit in the face, like I said, to all the Babylonians, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That's actual disrespect. This man just wasted that money on, like I said, potato chips. And meanwhile, like I said, he could have been helped the country. That's the scripture said. We would have healed Babylon, but what? She cannot be healed.
Shit, they gave money to Ukraine.
Yep. There you go.
I don't give a fuck about niggas in America.
They don't even give a fuck about their own people. They ain't give a shit.
Yeah.
And those is their own people too.
See, that's why they be like, see, we all in this together. No, if they do that to their own people, man, that really show you they don't give a damn about us.
No. Yeah, I'll finish it out. They said, for it was founded upon a rock, but he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation.
And what do they call Yahushua? The chief cornerstone. The stone that the builder refused. You know, everybody's trying to build upon something else. You know, but everybody want to leave out Yahushua. We don't leave out Yahushua. You know, we know we need Yahushua. Through his blood, what he did. You know,
Shit, he had to do that too, because he was telling the brothers, like, yo, I gotta do this for me. Like, I gotta get my glory. Like, if I don't do this, I don't get to sit right hand in the Father. I'm not about to stay on this fucking weak ass state.
But
He said he was telling, he said, I have to drink of this cup. And then he said, y'all gonna have to drink of it too if y'all want y'all glory. The Father commands this of us, man. He said, I gotta do this. So we gotta, if we want those immortal bodies, we want the glory, we gotta drink the cup.
that's right.
We can't get it no other way.
And while doing it, the Lord's going to do what? Protect us. Because we're going to need it. Again, we don't have, you can't call your neighbor across the street. Hey man, I have a problem. Man, here, look at the window.
Just like that.
Yeah, but up.
On side of the
Like, we don't have no military, man. We don't have no structure. Hey, the saying already known. They can't get together for war or battle. They can only come together in wickedness. You know? You got it?
yeah, it says, but he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth.
So you taking this from this, from this from this, from this from this, from this from this from this, and try to build upon your own. Nah, get the hell out of here, man. So, like I said, what happens? You go out there after you learn. You go out there to try to battle the world with it, and what happens? You get pierced with sorrow. Something happens to you. Trauma happens. So now you be like, you go back into the chambers. Just look at women's patterns on Instagram. When she start putting up in quotes, don't let this and that, this and that. Oh, that bitch been broken.
I'll be laughing.
Oh, that bitch been broken. And see, and what she read these memes, these old,
memes and shit.
and she read it, then she go back in the world. Then she go out and mess with another guy and get fucked up, get even more work, hurt, and trauma done.
Yeah, because the head brother from Cali, he sent the article and I posted it in the chat. How men don't even have to ejaculate in the woman, but the DNA that the man has automatically goes into the brain.
It's spiritual.
It literally goes to the brain and it never leaves. So if she multiple partners, they have multiple personality disorder. Literally, you know, that's right. We got to fuck out of here.
This might be like another time too when the chick got tattoos, man. Like so that's another time.
It shows trauma. Tattoo, piercings, coloring the hair. If she cut her hair, she had well hair, she just cut it off. That bitch, stay away from that bitch.
Quick tip, real quick. That's somebody I used to deal with the other day. We looked at County. And I just like I was really in a spiritual, vibe. And I just looked at her, and I could see it all, because she don't deal with me. With somebody else. You could literally see like her face looked different. Her whole energy was just off. I was like, wow. That's what made me think of that. Because you're dealing with somebody else, though. When you're dealing with a woman, they start talking like you, they start walking like you, they move like you, they joke like you. You know what I'm saying? When I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is real. Like, yo, she's taking on whatever characteristic this brother has. Like, oh man, she almost looked different. You know what I mean?
Like, that dude's on drugs.
Yeah, whatever.
If he's eating McDonald's,
out
out there,
yeah.
is out there wicked, confused, stressed, can't handle his mental state. Yeah, all that rubs off on women. Women see that, man. When if certain things happen to you, how you are calm and collective, people see that, man. And that's why we stand out amongst everybody, okay? Amongst all this is going on, we're calm and collective. But the only reason why we're able to be calm and collective, because we have y'all shot.
Right.
That's why the Lord, we don't want to touch on these women too much, but that's why the Lord don't give it. Brothers be wanting women, but the Lord don't give you these women for certain reasons. He don't want you. He looks at us, if you up there, like, he looks at you on a way higher level than you look at yourself. And sometimes you be going shit that really is below you, man. But you're so weak in the flesh. That's why it's about overcoming the flesh. Because you gotta overcome that weak state because you want something that the Lord knows what this bitch is low. She's disgusting. I'm not giving it to my son. But you like, no. Daddy, I want it.
What happens to you? You start getting manipulated.
One of the brothers, I don't know his name, but one of the older brothers in the Texas camp said something. He said, don't ask the Lord for something. When he show you, give it to you, you frustrate. So like say you pray to the Lord for patience. You know what I mean? And the Lord don't, now all of a sudden you ain't got no woman, you know what I mean? Don't be upset about that because the Lord's trying to, you pray for patience. You know what I mean? So down here, what did he give you that woman that you say you want? And it makes your situation rougher than what it is. You know what I mean? It's against what you prayed for. You know? Yeah, you might not have no box for him and whatever, but you prayed for patience.
Yeah, I got a quick one. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 2. Just quick. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble.
Because one thing too, hey, that's why
there's more than that. I'm keeping on.
And again, that's why you stay around bros, because you learn from bros, so you can get on a certain type of level. You can deal with certain things better. You hear wise counsel, you watch the videos. You talk to elders. And amongst each other, man. It helps you. It helps you grow. Helps you understand certain things. Again, man, this is something that Esau always wanted to break. The bond that men have with each other. We're like a lion pack. And we're hunters. Conquerors. See, Esau broke that. It gave it this old greedy ass, selfish, lonely mentality. That's why Jake ain't nothing. Jake ain't nothing wrong with Jake that just sitting outside goddamn day play video games. He by himself. But that's the mentality that Jake is in. Due to their goddamn mothers. Baby, as long as you come in the house, you can do what you want. You got it, bro.
Yeah, verse 3, but the point is in 4. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last
There you
end.
go. Hey, we're being increased in what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why what? We're not moved. We're going to be good in that day, These people are decreasing. They're losing their wits. They're losing their sanity. They're losing their morals. You got one person, you ever heard somebody say, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do this. Get to find out that nigga did it. Well, you have girls, I never do such. Come to find out, oh, she was doing it. These people, they say one thing, but they're doing another. You got it?
This is the point I wanted. Verse
Our
4.
word is bond. Yes or no.
Yep.
These people, that's why these people now got to the point they can't give you a straight answer. You got it?
It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a new state.
Yeah, it's beautiful you said it because look, if you go into what the prophecy going to do, hey, they went through certain things and they delighted in that. They prayed. They thanked the Lord that they were found worthy to do it, And see, we read these stories to see we understand why we're going through these things. These people out here, they think all they know, they going through this because, oh man, your life is getting crazy. It's crazy out here. So when Esau comes with a new type of form of society, everybody get the tracking system in you. Everybody get this type of injection in you. Everybody's going right to it.
Yeah, we in that lowest state.
Yeah.
So the Lord is like, yo, what you going through, I already know what you want. I already know. Even the script, the Lord even told you, he said, before you pray not with vain repetition. The Lord already know what you need. He already know what you desire, you know what I'm saying? You just got to endure this, what the Lord got his sons doing. you pray for something, you don't get it, move on. Stop harping on this shit.
Yeah.
Cause you putting yourself in a depressed state, like your brother's talking about. Now you're acting like a nigga in the world. That ain't the right spirit. Like the Lord didn't want me to have that. You gonna focus on that. You know what I'm saying? You keep going until the Lord may bring it into your life later, or not at all. You know?
If I may, a lot of people don't understand the personality of the Lord to be human. You know what I'm saying? Because if they understood the Lord, then they would know that the Lord make us rich, make us poor. You know?
Speak up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't understand the personality of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? It's because if they understood, then they would know that it is the Lord that makes you rich, makes you poor, makes you healthy, makes you sick. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you get from day to day is given to you by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So those jakes that's out there that's got that niggerish thing, you know, of course the Lord has them in that state. But if they understood why they were in that state, then they would have a resemblance of what the Lord's about. You know what I'm saying?
The one thing they were taught the Lord by the peace of men. You know? So they, again, their fear of the Lord is by men. Philosophy. Colossians 2:8.
Yeah, they fear man, they don't fear Yahweh.
So now,
We brought that up earlier about the world, the brothers, people that, our own people that's in this world, Lil Uzi Vert is their God.
yep.
Jay-Z is their God. LeBron James is their God.
Kanye.
Yeah,
I remember when he
their
came
power.
out with them Yeezys, you know, the new ones. Everybody was saying, them shits is ugly. This is ugly.
People bought
Now
them.
everybody wearing them shit.
Hey, you just
But
had
now he got the face shit. He just came out with it's the shoe, but it's for your face. Put the whole heaven. Now people are saying, oh, this is, watch motherfuckers be walking around with that shit on.
You just had Lil Uzi Vert made a PSA. He said, kids, don't do drugs. And that was it. So man, this nigga's a fucking, man, I hate this nigga.
But he's non-binary now, you know?
Yeah, genderless.
You remember Charleston what he said? What would you do? He said, would you have $5,000 or sit down with Jay-Z? You know?
He
that's-
said, sit down with Jay-Z.
Yeah, sit down with Jay-Z. You know, and of course, you know, I mean, of course, you know, he said, of course, I took $500, you know, $500,000, you know, but he said, you'd be surprised. That's a lot. Jason would actually sit down with Jay-Z. You know, he want to sit on his lap.
How did you make it different?
What would you think?
Yeah, for real.
Yo,
You'd be surprised, man. Like I said, man. Hey, Jake, like I said, man, Jake idolized LeBron James to the point that.
Because you had Kevin Hart. He did that interview with Jay-Z. He was saying like Jay-Z put him on to the liquor business. Now he got his own brand. That's why they be going to these meetings with this nigga. He be putting him in certain. Jay-Z helped me to get in a different.
brunches.
Yeah, Jay-Z helped me to get in a different business.
Yeah, he helped him all right.
Yeah, he has a Diddy.
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 He said you gotta go to this door.
Yeah.
Diddy fucked him.
Diddy in the corner.
Diddy.
Diddy party.
Yeah.
Diddy.
He said,
funny.
hey, Diddy tongue out. He said he like this.
Party.
Yeah, God. Especially when he drank. When he drunk, too.
I was watching the 50 Cent
He come out
interview.
he come in the dark corner.
50
He
Cent
said,
interview.
oh boy.
Yeah, that nigga said, hey, what's the nigga name? You talking about Miami.
He's like, yeah, he touched the butthole,
He
did
said
he?
Diddy in Miami. And then every time he come around, he would say, Miami. He like, Diddy fucking him.
Yeah, he said, well, I can't wait to see him. I'm asking.
Nigga like, Miami.
Because it ain't no secret no more. Like, everybody know Diddy like that, you know? Puffy,
Hey,
Puffy.
Bad brought that up.
It's the new Breakfast Club interview with Vic.
Nigga
Oh, let me finish this out. I never got to finish this. Verse 49 back in Luke 6 chapter. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. And that earth is the soil, you know.
Hey, look at what these people are into. They're into this shit. They're into the ways of this world. You know?
Shit, that house I sent in the chat, that's a Southern King. I think he may be Judah, but he left. He had him tear down his house. He left and went somewhere. Now it's good. They built that shit up. They got that long ass driveway with the flower bed. I'm like, nigga, everything finna be destroyed. You ain't gonna be able to enjoy that shit. So it's all for naught. It's bad.
And all that's for his old fake egotistic. Right for his mama. Show his mama.
That's what the Lord said. At the end of the day, they should be eating. They gonna be drinking. They gonna be building still. And then the flood gonna come. They gonna be doing everything regular.
Giving the marriage.
Yeah. With the Quran meal.
You got yeah.
The book of Psalms, chapter 112, and verse 6. Surely he shall not be moved forever. The righteous shall be in everlasting remembrance.
Yep.
He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
We're not going to be moved, man. Evil tidings, what Esau comes down and say against us. Oh, them bruise, we got to get them off the street. We got to do this and do that. Well, we're not going to be moved. Do what you do. Do what you want. But we're not going to be moved when they tell you, like they try to say, well, if you don't get the jump shot, you're going to lose your job. Well, we're going to lose our fucking job. You know? And they're done that. They ain't nothing new, buddy. That Edomite came up with his goddamn burn on, talking about something. I'm with the military. So I said, man, you got to come on better than that. You got it, bro. That was it.
Verse 8. His heart is established. He shall not be afraid.
Our mind is established, man. We're not afraid. We're not afraid of what's to come. Why? We have confidence that the Lord is going to protect us in that day. Hey, I was watching Elder Todd video the other day. He was like, yo, I got faith. I don't worry about all this. And I was like, yo, that's yeah. Because it's not something that you can prepare for. This is not something you can be like, I know Esau is going to come this way, and so I'm a mark, exit, escape. This is not something that you can prepare for. You just have to have faith. You don't know how it's going to hit. Yeah.
You know, even with stalking, you get a few things, but that you don't know where you're going to be. You don't know how it's going to happen.
Like,
And the Lord got a vendetta with every single body that He want to bring judgment to. So He knows how to catch you and knows where to place you for you to receive your judgment.
That's right.
Lord got something out for everybody. You think you're gonna be prepared. Lord.
You got your house, you got everything. You know the code. You know how to make a knock on the door, to let somebody else. You got all this squared away. But all of a sudden, you might be in another state.
But tell me, we headed towards hurricane season. Your shit might get flooded out.
Yeah.
We in the last days. They'll take you out by disasters. Man, you just had that what was that natural disaster in the Midwest? Floods. Yeah, like them families that was dying.
Kentucky?
Oh, yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they would have shit stopped. You know in Kentucky they got shit stopped up.
That's
You know what's funny? The lady said like she lost everything, and she said that this is what happened. You got nothing else to lose. What is there? I mean, what's there left, man? You know what I mean? Once you take everything away from them, what is the? I mean, what's the point? I mean, she lost everything. So
That's how the Lord works. That's how the Lord
the Lord can take everything.
Yeah.
I mean, like she don't have the spirit. I mean, what's the purpose of life?
Yeah.
These were Edomites, you know what I mean? These were Edomites.
That's what the scripture was.
Jake.
The day of the Lord shall not overtake thee as a thief. It's not going to overtake us.
Just like basically, like I said, you just going out for basic training, and then next thing you know, you're going out the war. You know, that's what you make. Pray you make it survive.
Yeah, we've been studying for the test. Yeah, before test day. And sharpen your pencil. You know the nigga that ain't studying. The nigga that ain't studying, he sharpen his pencil 5 times. He getting up.
He trying to look at people.
Yeah, he sharpen his pencil. Like, nigga, sit down and take the test. I gotta go to the restroom. You know what I'm saying? Nah, niggas trying to take that test.
You know?
You got it, y'all.
His heart is established. He shall not be afraid until he see the desire of his enemy. He hath dispersed. He has given to the poor. His righteousness endureth forever. His horn shall be exalted with honor. The wicked shall see it and be grieved.
And that's another thing. The Lord is going to give us a hedge and angels that will camp around us for His name's sake. And these 2/3, these peons, they're going to see all of this. They're going to actually marvel at what the Lord is doing. He may have made a marvelous work of us, through the power of Yahweh Shah. You got it?
The wicked shall see it and be grieved.
Mm-hmm.
He shall gnash with his teeth and melt away.
Mm-hmm.
The desire of the wicked shall perish.
Yeah, nukes and the upcoming leading up to the nukes.
Great reset. That shit gonna perish, man. That shit ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, I know on my side. You got it on my side.
Let me get something right quick. This is Romans chapter 8, verse. I can go down for a little bit. This is Romans chapter 8, verse. Let me start from. Let me read verse 15. Romans 8 and 15, it says, "For we have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Yep.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High." God. So, like I said, so all this, like I said, is going on. Like I said, the stuff, like I said, us waking up to be hard, events to be seeing everything. Hey, it gives us further proof that we the Israelites, and that, of course, like I said, the reason that we're going to from the scripture is talking about us. That again, that way we have to be tried, man. Like I said, all those things that we want to inherit, we have to go through that. Like I said, the fallouts, the false prophets. As Jacob's trouble, seeing things, like I said, us making the salvation, like I said, it gives us further proof that we are the children of the Most High.
And we may not want to go through it. We may not want to see the affliction. Same thing outside. We didn't want to go through the garden of Gethsemane.
Shit, fighting ourselves,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that cliche statement, that man in the mirror, that nigga will take you out.
Yeah.
Them lusts and them desires and demons, that nigga will take you out.
And then, you got to get it together. Like, yo, I got to go through it. Same thing with this. We got to go through it. But the things that we're going to go through is for Yahweh Shah, is for him, for his name's sake, man. Hey, some of us might get put to death, but that's part of it for his name's sake. To let people know, like, yo, this man died.
You know what them brothers gonna shout before they die?
Yeah.
They gonna shout the name.
Yeah.
So this bonfire today.
And then that's gonna shake people up.
Yeah.
Because then eventually what's gonna happen, they're gonna die. The people that shed that brother's blood that was in the truth, man, they're gonna perish, man. They got a great judgment coming. You got it.
Yeah, I was about to say something to that. But yeah, like I said, all those things. Like I said, we didn't choose the Lord chose us, man. Like I said, when you go to Jeremiah, I think the 2nd chapter, it says, look, before I formed you in the belly, I already knew. So, like I said, the Lord created us, what we're going to be, who we're going to be, what our time is, and like I said, the Lord willing, like I said, we can pray that, like some part of your elect.
You get beamed up, that's all gonna be marveled at from it's like when Daniel was thrown in the pit of lions. He had Baruch. He took Baruch by the hair and delivered him to where Daniel was. But all of this, and they tried to, they didn't feed the lions for 3 days. For to purposely make sure the lions didn't ate Daniel. But what happened? What happened when it was the king? When he kind of got sad. He knew that he got ripped to pieces. But they removed the lid. They said, "Oh, Daniel's dead." They took him out.
And replaced, I forgot the other dude, the other person in the room.
But besides that, he said, "Ain't no God like the God of Daniel." So people want to marvel.
Not even hungry.
Yeah.
The lions are chilling.
Hey, he delivered.
You know what he really did? Going back to the Lord, when we had dominion over the animals, that's really what the Lord did. He gave power.
Yep. In the lion's den. The lion gonna be like, he's still able to eat. But when they put him up, they said, "Oh, yo, ain't no God." Throw all them up in there. And what happened? Powerful, man. And see that, and that was to do what? Elevate the name of the Lord.
That's what it was done with us.
do the same thing, man. And it has to happen. You see, you have to understand that hurts like that is gonna happen again. And it all gonna be able to manifest the manifestation of the Lord. That's why the story is gonna be great in the kingdom. And we all, go through our lots and what we had to go through. Those stories in the kingdom, man. Come on, man. You gotta go down. That's why you gotta, hey, we all like brother we talking about, man. As like boxing, you gotta stay calm. You always gotta stay calm and collectively think.
And remember your technique. There's a lot of bosses when they get in a fight, they throw their technique out the window. As soon as they get hit, oh shit. Fuck, game plan go out the window.
You get tired, your stamina get low.
And that's why you need your corner. And they like, what? Remember the one in the jab? They like, nah, nigga, my shit was a fucking nigga lose his technique.
Yeah.
Like I said, you said that. But everybody get a game plan until they get hit in the face.
Yeah, it's true.
You gotta, once you get hit, you gotta remember now.
You gotta remember your training.
Keep course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can think of like, why did I just get hit like that? Must be dead in my shit.
Like when Mosley,
Said it hurt.
yeah, like when Mosley hit Floyd.
Oh my
hit him
God.
good too.
Yo,
Floyd didn't say, oh shit, I've been hit, I'm bleeding. That was the first time he grabbed in a while.
hey Floyd, you gotta grab this. I gotta grab this on.
He buckled it.
Yo.
Floyd was,
I think he caught him again.
Yeah, but Floyd didn't say, oh shit, I'm the great Floyd Mayweather, I just got hit, it's over. He didn't say,
Yeah, no.
hey man, the versatile rounds.
Light his ass.
That nigga was getting full, bro. I remember that fight. But that's how you gotta be, man. That's how you gotta
Shit, hot on his ass right then and there. You bullshit.
Yeah.
Black Panther, that's the Black Panther shit. Black Panther. He came in last time.
I see him. Got it.
My bad.
Those ladies by the arch.
And she doing that on purpose.
She get to that money.
Verse 17, and it says, and if children, then it says, then and if children, being heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, if it be that we suffer with him, that we should also be glorified together.
You gotta drink that coke. Because we're all sons. I went into this lesson I just did. We all sons. Yahweh Shai is the big bro. So we all was going to get the blessing regardless because we're his sons, but we got to drink of that cup. You read it earlier in the previous verse, the spirit of adoption. No man shall buy you, but we're being redeemed back, being adopted back to Yahweh Shai.
They call us friends.
Yeah.
He said, do not friends do what? Lay their life down for their friends.
So we're
We have something to die for. These people here, like the brother we were going to earlier, there's no substance to people. You don't know, what's the point? If I'm a man, why should I care about masculine? I can get hurt. I could die for nothing. This woman, I could try to protect her, and she'll go leave me and be with somebody else.
Yeah.
And take my kid and put me in.
Somebody
So why would I risk my? That's what they got to look for. So and this is fucking people's minds up, man. That's what you talk to. Now, yes, like we were going into earlier. We catch hell, yes. And again, we gotta sit ourselves our asses down and we check ourselves. You 2/3, they're getting plagued out here mentally. They don't have nobody. They don't got nobody to get to. You got it.
verse verse 18, and it says, for reckon that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared.
See, they don't, again, they don't know what to die for. They're movable, they're changing, they kill themselves. They say, it's better I just off my damn self. I'm gonna kill her, my kids, I'm gonna just kill myself. But see, we understand, hey, we're dying for Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, you seen another clip. There's just so many clips. And a dude in the he live on Instagram. He was like, "This your fucking fault. It's your fucking fault. You need to fuck off." He had his little son.
Oh yeah, do
the
something
pastor.
earlier.
crying like a dog, crying and whining. But they say he all both dead himself.
Why don't you kill yourself
See?
first?
They don't know what to live. They have nothing to live.
Yeah.
They have no purpose.
The parents fucked up. Hey, they ain't never had no dad. They ain't got no friend. Yo, Jake don't got friends out here.
But see, we're not. The only thing that separates us from them is having the Lord. If we didn't have the Lord, we'd end up being doing that shit.
This was something in the ninth chapter. If you don't have the Lord, you don't have nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing.
We ain't great. It's just the Lord chose us to gift us with this. You know, if He didn't give us this, who knows how we'll be right now.
Bro, that's why Scripture said through the word, the fear of the Lord, we out here to persuade men. We know we ain't shit.
Because what helps us when we break up with a chick or when we go through car trouble or job trouble? The truth. That's what helps us. If we don't have those things, then what's going on? We do the same shit.
Thursday, fight niggas. Thursday for nothing.
Yeah.
We just try to stiff our ego.
I smoke that good shit.
Yep.
High every
Smoking
time.
weed.
You know, every time I
Yep.
pull up.
My ego is so shot.
Yeah.
I would just go outside and look for trouble.
Islands
You gonna play some
Crazy
nigga music and go out there and look for some mischief.
So any nigga that looked at me wrong,
Dead, he
dead,
fucking dead.
dead. My mom, I hate my mama.
Damn.
You gotta hate that mama, bro. Hate that bitch.
That Eminem
Hey, sorry, mama. Never meant to hurt you. Man, you got fucking Jake, my girl cheated on me.
Y'all ever listen to Biggie Suicidal Thoughts?
Yeah,
That shit is
yeah.
so demonic.
That shit
yo.
wicked.
And Jake loved that song. Yo,
It's
that,
real.
that shit is so
caught me.
demonic, yo. I try
I used to
to
bump
not
that
to
shit.
utter that word, them words.
That beat was fire.
I mean,
Hey, Biggie was demonic as hell, man.
yeah, very much.
I hated that big fat nigga, man. I don't know how people tell him he's the best of Brooklyn. I
Nah,
don't
he
agree.
was.
Can't agree.
But another.
It says, verse 18.
Damn, probably you can't do it.
Oh, all right.
Dang.
We almost done. Hold on. Let's finish this up.
It says, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed to us.
Yep, that's right.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
That's right.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly."
We had to see all this. We had to see all this to know the importance of the law. And now when we get the kingdom, we can cherish it. You know? And now we'll have a full story to tell. And you know, again, you know, when a spoiled kid has everything, and if he has a kid, and the kid may ask him a question, why is this? You know, well, my dad just told me not to go and do this. Why? Why, Dad? I don't know. My father's told me not to do it. Stay away from it. The kid's like, what the fuck? And it might go, and that kid might go through some affliction, and it just go shit's creek because they don't know how to battle. See us, we went through the pits of it. We saw the earth at its weakest. We saw men as trainers, women. So when we
Oh, wow. Yep. To the wall.
oh y'all see that? Oh,
To the wall.
move.
Yeah, they
Oh,
move.
that's
He
cool.
working overtime.
To the wall. That thing moved.
Yeah, he working overtime.
Going to the rules in Chicago.
Damn.
To the wall. To the wall.
But to show you, man, that we still doing something good.
Who's going to argue that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know. You got it.
Okay, got it. Cotton, this says,
Like
For-
Bane said,
okay.
Dang, right?
Verse 19 says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High."
You know, now we understand the we in the kingdom, we're gonna understand and tell our children story of why the law is so perfect, why the law is such. You know, what we went through, the suffering that we went through. You know, your kid might be like, why is there a racing bet scale and balance? You'll tell me. You know, the importance, why not to bribe, take gifts. Basically, it's going to be perfect in the future. That's why it's going to be made perfect. So we actually know good news. We're actually going to know good news. You know? But we've seen it. We've seen it. We had to manifest, not manifest, go through it, deal with it, overcome it. You know, actually use our minds and think, you know, problem solve, etc. Man. So when we get in the kingdom and you know, in our righteous seat, man, you know, when our kids come up to us and hear our stories, we're going to actually tell the whole meaning of the Lord. God's perfect. You got it?
Yeah. And it says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of him who has subjected the same.
It's like the brother was brought out. While a woman needs to only have a husband and has a virgin and give it to that man. The importance of it. Why adultery was made in the punishment of adultery.
Yeah, the Lord, when you go into why the Lord says some things, you realize when you disobey it, negative effects on it. Like eating certain foods, like the Lord told you to stay away from that. Then you get diseases from what you eat. It's like the Lord told you this for your benefit. The women, don't be promiscuous. Then you wonder why you're so deranged and confused and mad. And the Lord told you, cleave to one man. He told you that.
We brought it out earlier. Talk to Jake women. I guarantee you, at least 3/4 of the women you talk to been molested or raped. It's crazy. Like, cause when I was young, I was like, almost every woman I encounter and I get to know them, they tell me they got raped. I'm like, what the hell?
Then you realize, see, like, wow, what they do.
Yeah, you walk around with your ass out.
You know, another thing too, I know it's like I said.
I want you like that. Maybe.
A lot of people, like I said, all of that stuff is psychology and trauma damage, and like I said, it stays with you for the rest of your life.
That's not something.
But that's what I'm saying. And like I said, it's okay to let them out to society. No, you can't do that. And now, like I said, there's a reason why they gotta be put to death.
If you don't know how to cope with that,
you don't know how to cope with it.
It's just going to get worse.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you in the movie line with us buying tickets. You getting popcorn. You trying to butter her up.
You trying to prove to her that you
She already crazy.
She fucked up, man. Only and another thing too goes back to the whole other shit. You know, and instead of being healed, they just put Esau just put band-aids on. So they gave them BET, twerking, Noah, Doja the Cat,
But that's how crazy
Nicki Minaj.
over
got nothing to do with
sexualized.
age. You know what I mean? These older, you got the senator upside down twerking, shaking her head. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Age don't mean nothing. These women are bugged, out.
You got, hey, go to the Benjamin Club. You ever go to the Benjamin Club, it's bitches that's in their 50s, still wearing that tight shit, man. Still thinking they got it. I know a Benjamin chick. And every time I see her, I be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this bro? But I bet if she open up to you, I bet you some heavy trauma. But she wear blonde hair. And a lot of them Benjamin women, believe it or not, been through a lot of trauma. A lot of them.
I did my research on that yesterday, trauma, man. Like I said, do some research on it. Like I said, man, it stays to you forever.
Anthony Spade did a good lesson, not lesson, not the truth, but a good video about women that had tattoos, piercings, hair, all that hair color, the chains, all that makeup, eyes. It shows that's trauma.
What the scripture say, the whole head is sick. My people are really sick. And the only cure, the only truth is that's why he came out. He said, I came to heal. It's beautiful. People need healing, but they go to other outlets for it. And they're not getting cured.
They now realize this is the only outlet for them.
It's the only outlet, man.
But they try to go to the rocks and Esau, get
Marijuana, porn,
oh man,
and all type of other outlets to release your frustrations that's keeping you up. You're not overcoming. You're just sustaining in wickedness, man. Seeing the spirit, we actually overcoming the things that were strongholds to us. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure every brother got something that really battle that, it's hard to overcome. You're like, damn, I really overcame that shit. The truth helped you overcome that.
And that's why, and I'm saying, yeah, that's why, like I said, we come here every week, man, to what? To get what? Cleansed, man, through what? The washing of the word, man, which is His word. Word cleanses us, man.
Reading, watching videos, being around brothers, fellowship. You know, that it rejuvenates us, man. It takes that problem and kind of like, you know,
It don't matter in that moment. Even when you're doing a video, nothing matters in that moment.
No.
You're just doing the video.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
You
'cause
you love it.
yeah, you say, yo, we do a quick video, 10 minutes. Well, you know it's an hour. You know what I mean? You know.
That's a spirit.
You should have that mindset, like, oh, I gotta do a video. No, for real, man. Like I said, man, like I said, somebody probably doing that too, man. You gotta get that shit straight.
We already seen what happened. We go dumb.
You funny.
now you know how
He diligent on the motherfucker.
Yeah. He know how to cut in and put send them shit on that
He
shit.
will never do a video.
Yeah, good. Now I got more.
Never to the earth. Never to the earth video.
Traditions of men. That's all I hear on this video. Traditions of men. That's all I hear.
Like the day, right? I said, I ain't even know that shit. Then I was like, let me see these niggas still talking about the same shit. And I'm like,
Same shit. The
For
same
an hour.
shit.
For an hour. Over an hour. Let me see what this brother said in the comment right here. Okay. Let me finish this off. And it says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into glorious liberty of the children of the Most
It's
High.
corrupt. You know? Man, confusion due to the blood. This is a bloody city. Hey, it's bred off corruptness. Greed, lust, flesh, evil. You know? Oppression. Got it? So that shows you, hey, the Lord will eventually deliver us from this. You know?
And it
These
says,
chains of darkness. These chains of darkness, man. It's flesh. You got it?
for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now, and
that battle, you know, that mental fight. Everybody's hurt. Hey, the scripture said, wicked, everybody mourns, man. Ain't nobody joy right now. Because the righteous not ruling. You got it?
and not only
Yeah,
they,
they said the UK is going through a drought right now. How the fuck the UK going through a drought when the earth is made up of water?
The whole earth is kingdom of water.
It don't make sense.
I think like what, 70%.
That's stupid. They can just say anything now.
Verse 23, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even ourselves groaneth in ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. That we are saved by hope, but the hope that is seen is not hope, but for what man seeth doeth yet. It's like it says, why do ye yet hope for
Yeah,
it?
like the church, we don't have to see those, but we still believe. The Lord has seen a little treat every now and then, you know. But we believe we don't need that.
See, we fully persuaded.
We made up in our mind, we Israelites, we know our true power. When we tell people, we're not out here to make you believe us. Fuck, we're not trying to convert you, nigga.
We ain't playing no games. We're not playing for some games. This is not for money. It's not for. This is like
vocab. Vocab think we trying to get him to believe. Nigga, we don't.
leave us alone.
Die today. Put them in the dirt.
We still gonna be coming out.
Yeah, we still gonna be like, we don't give a fuck about your videos and we're not trying to prove to you who we are. We know who we are. And we know who our power is.
Of course, more than the
And we don't need to see it. But the thing is, we all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it too. Go ahead, bro.
You read this last verse. Of course, there's more, but you know, I mean, I just want to get straight to the point. It says, verse 25. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we have patience? Wait for it. There you go, patience. Another key word, gotta have patience, man. But as you can see, as it says, what days are short for the elect. So days is going by quickly. Look at the both ways. You know? Remember, like I said, you know what I mean, camp used to be long, but now, hey man, you know what I mean, time going by so fast. You know, like I said, camp is, you know, average, man. You know, time's a little bit short, man.
Fridays come soon. Saturdays come soon.
Yeah, I seen a quote. Somebody said, It went from August 1st to August 11th in 2 days.
Hey.
Bro,
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
nah,
are
that's
feeling it.
true.
Well, hey,
People are feeling it.
Hey,
Yeah,
it went from
they see it.
2022.
Bro, everything
January
from
to the
2020
eighth month.
to now is just a blow. Everything's a
Oh,
blow.
I can't remember what.
Everything's a fucking
Yeah.
blow. Kobe died. Shit.
A lot of shit
Niggas just
happened.
remember Kobe died. This shit went haywire. You know,
God,
everything's a fucking blow.
Yeah, shit
So
was
many
just like-
celebrities dying.
They said the Locks versus Dipset thing was a year ago.
What?
Yeah, it's over a year. I thought
God
it was like 3
damn.
months ago. Yeah.
Kevin Samuel passed
Think
away, I
about
think,
that.
like, what, 3 months ago?
Kevin
They said it was
Samuels
a whole
irrelevant.
year.
Yeah, he relevant.
That shows you, like, bro, if you're not storing up to the heavens, all that work, relax.
Yeah.
YouTube subscribers, it's just
You got this old video, it ain't no more new views. It's the same old views.
He go to the comment
Take-
section.
it's taken, persecuted, fresh and fit next.
These niggas need to get persecuted.
Man, cause it's not too, it's only too much. Get through, bro.
And like I said, hey, I noticed, like I said, you want to work with, like I said, if you want to make money, just, hey, talk about women, man.
No, but they doing it because they want women to serve them, but they don't want to serve the Lord. Come on, y'all need to get persecuted. Because at a point, it's like, okay, now y'all need to
Yeah,
now y'all do this for main glory.
yeah, like y'all doing too fucking much. We get it, but man, at the end of the day, we're gonna die. That's the bottom line of it. It don't fix anything.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, hey, we can go ahead and wrap it up. We'll wrap it up, Mama.
Yeah, kind of. So with that, hopefully, Bible edifies, not a beautiful lesson, man. You know what I mean? Give us further proof. And like I said before, like I said, every time, like I said, we in highways and byways or whatever, like I said, man, hey, we grow and we fully understand the reason why we're in this predicament that we're in, man. For us to grow and to learn, to understand the law, statutes, and commandments, to the point that the new covenant is going to be on our inward parts, man. So that way we fully understand, because now we have the full understanding about the reason why we go through things, which is a beautiful thing, man. You know, we just hope that Lord willing that we're part of that number. So with that, hopefully, Bible was edified, of course. Like I said, you know, this great millstone to give the latest news, article, lessons, to the spirit and power out by Shimei Assad. And first and foremost, as always, we give all praises going on and power by Shimei Assad, by Shimei Assad. The double honors to the elders of great millstone who are teaching us the truth. And of course, we take peace and blessings and salutations to the Achamat that is split the truth of the four corners of the earth. Seal it to the best of their abilities, scattered the four corners of the earth. With that one, say Shalom. Kwame Yashala. Walk up above. Shalom.
How would you write down?
That's what smooth as up.